It's really good. He's doing silence for Remembrance Day.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow between the crosses row on row that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead short days ago, we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from falling hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high, if ye break faith with us who die. We shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
Just toast. I'm gonna think about it some.
FOTMs, do you know what time it is? It's toast time!
Yeah, it is.
Toast! Featuring Stu
Bob
Stone,
Willette
Ken Gordon,
and Robert Preuss.
That's toast.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put myself first.
Yeah, I like just toast.
What up, Mike? Toronto. VK on the beat. Check. I'm in Toronto where you wanna get the city love. I'm from Toronto where you wanna get the city love. I'm in Toronto like we wanna get the city love. My city love me back for my city love.
Welcome to episode 1796 of Toronto Mic'd. Proudly brought to you by retrofestive.ca, Canada's pop culture and Christmas store. Great Lakes Brewery. Order online for free local home delivery in the GTA. Palma Pasta. Enjoy the taste of fresh, homemade Italian pasta and entrees from Palma Pasta in Mississauga and Oakville. Blue Sky Agency. Ask Doug Mills about how Silent delivers the space to focus, collaborate, and recharge. Nick Aini's, he's the host of Building Toronto Skyline and Building Success, two podcasts you ought to listen to. Kindling. Go to shopkindling.ca for free 1-hour cannabis delivery. RecycleMyElectronics.ca. Committing to our planet's future means properly recycling our electronics of the past. And Ridley Funeral Home. Pillars of the community since 1921. Today, returning to Toronto Mic'd for this 47th episode of Toast, it's Rob Preuss.
Hello.
And Bob Willette.
Aye.
Rhymes with Gillette.
That's right.
How is Rob and Bob doing today?
Good, thank you. Sorry, well, we pushed the time, and then of course the time got pushed
everything
further.
changed. I apologize.
That's okay.
Thank you.
I arrived last night at, actually I got into Burlington a little bit early. I got there at like 8:30, so my drive was good yesterday.
Oh, that's not so bad. What time did you leave?
I left
Queens?
around 11 a.m. I think.
Well, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, no,
then.
it's not bad.
No, that's really
I moved.
good. Yeah.
Even though I drove through rain and snow and sleet and snow, I'm like a postman.
That's
Gotta
really
get here.
good time.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what is the biggest band to ever come out of Burlington?
Yeah,
Rob?
the Spoons.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the second biggest band?
Actually, I think it's Walk Off the Earth.
Well, that's actually in the top 5.
yeah.
for
Nobody
sure.
talks about them. You know, I listened to your Finger 11 episode on the drive yesterday.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
And today I'm listening to an episode of another podcast with one of the guys from Silverstein, who I like to call Silverstein.
That's a
because
big
it's not-
Burlington band.
Yeah, apparently. But it's really, it's
No
fun.
singles, like no
Ish.
radio singles.
Yeah, ish. Yeah.
Well,
Right.
big
Nice
band
guys,
for
but-
like emo people.
Well, apparently they call it Screamo, and it makes me laugh every time people say that.
Screamo's like Alexis on Fire
Yes.
as well, which is
Yeah,
St. Catherine's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because I'm listening to each of these bands on talking about their careers, and it was a great conversation that you had with them. But I feel like we're all generationally like, this is our lane, you know?
Yeah.
These
You got
guys-
the 80s covered. The
Yeah.
Spoons have the 80s covered.
And the 70s.
And Finger 11's got the I mean, they're not really the 90s into the
They're
2000s.
late 90s, early
There's a
2000s.
lot of 90s,
These
though.
Silverstein guys talk about growing up in Burlington and how they admired the Finger 11 when they were the Rainbow
you
Butt
were
Monkeys.
gone.
We were already.
You were already on Broadway.
Yeah, they don't even talk about. It's so funny, but every generation thinks that their stuff is the most important thing, and it is to you when you're living it. But when you get up and you grow up, and the bigger picture is like everybody's important in their own world, and it's kind of cool to see it all happening at once.
Well, I'm glad you're here because Bob and I are similar vintage,
Yeah.
and we sort of had such similar touch points. Like
Yes.
it's going to be all Pearl Jam and Tragically
Right.
Hip or whatever. Like the fact that you bring
Old
some
aged
70s, like a lot of Queen,
aged
and,
wisdom.
Elton John.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you're a musician, so and you have an appreciation for types of music that are a little broader and or more. And I just my upbringing, same thing. You know, it was like
what I love is that as I've gotten older through my whole life, I've just loved listening to music and keeping up with music. So I feel like it keeps me in touch with the kids. Like the Mamma Mia band now, our guitar player is 26. He was born in 1999. It's ridiculous.
That's funny.
And our drummer, he's like one of the older guys. The older guys in the band are all like mid 30s to 40-ish.
Yeah.
They're still 20 years younger than me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hilarious. But I love it.
SNL last weekend was Somber was the name of the
did you watch
musical.
him?
Yeah, he's terrific. I don't think he was.
His live performance was bad.
His live performance was bad. His
But
music
his
is
music
very
is
good. It's
super
very
cool.
well produced.
Yes.
But you're right. He was weak. His
Yeah.
vocals were weak. But he was the first artist to be on SNL who was born after Kenan Thompson started on the show.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is a good fact.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
how
God.
long. Yeah.
Wow.
That's how long Kenan's been on.
We have a neighbor, one of our friends down the street, one of their sons went to school with Somber.
Okay.
And years ago, he told me about him. He's like, oh yeah, I have
You're
this
gonna
friend
watch this kid.
who quit LaGuardia High School to move to LA because he
wow.
wanted to be a singer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob,
Yes,
do you
sir.
live with any Swifties?
Not really. No, my kids aren't they're not obsessed.
I live with one.
Well, Rob's a Swiftie.
I am a
so-
Swiftie.
Okay.
I like her. I appreciate her a lot, actually. Yeah.
So this song, name that song, Bob Willette. What song are we listening to?
Right now in the background, that's something about loving cars or something. No,
Something like that. Here in my car.
Yeah.
Feels so
Great
romantic.
Yes. Do romantic traffic.
Okay, well, there's a new romantic song I'm just going to play a bit of from the new Taylor Swift album.
Oh, this is the one that I
heard you
So, okay,
call
so
me
Bob knows where we're going.
Yeah, yeah.
You posted about this on Instagram. But
Yeah, I did.
So,
my
my 9-year-old was very excited about the new Taylor Swift album, so I heard it like quite a few times in the living room.
And
this song is called Actually Romantic.
It's
actually a diss track.
Right, is it
Charlie XCX.
Charlie XCX, right. Right. So, Bob, you and I had the same reaction to this song. Okay, so I hear this song.
I'll
let it brew a little bit, then
I really gotta hand it to you.
I forgot I posted about this.
Did you?
It's a long
I didn't
time
see
ago
it.
now.
Ever loved me like you do.
So you hear this, right, Rob?
Yeah.
Ding, ding.
It's Pixies.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop.
I hope she paid them.
I don't know.
No,
It's
there's
funny.
no- there's
it's
no
just
co-writing
I
credit on
played
that.
it for my wife, and she didn't hear it. I'm like, what are you
No.
Right from the
I
opening,
heard it
you're
the
like,
first
It's like dun dun
Yeah.
dun.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah.
Like
Is it called Where's My Mind?
this is Where's My Mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Fight Club
Yeah.
is a soundtrack, right? This is like the song that I think people who didn't know the Pixies, then this is how they discovered the Pixies was through Fight Club.
Yes.
I heard it right away.
Oh, yeah.
So I heard it right away too, and then because we do toast once a month, I just park it
Yeah.
until you guys are back in the basement. So,
You've been thinking about it.
right, Bob,
Yes, sir.
you were at a Remembrance Day
I
ceremony?
was, yeah. My child goes to an art school. My eldest, my 15-year-old, and they did they did this really amazing performance. It was like a 45-minute performance. A couple times actually, we got to see one of the performances. As a parent, you could ask to go. You go in, sign in, and go, and you get your little visitor pass,
That's
and
cool.
you get to go see it. I really wanted to see her do it because they do a thing where the older students kind of mentor the younger students, and they wrote this little piece together based on what you started with, the Remembrance Day to John McCrae in Flanders Field, and my daughter. So the 9s and 10s are the actors, and the 11s and 12s are the writers and directors. My daughter got a lead. in this, and it's all voluntary. She's been getting up and going to school at 7 in the morning and all this stuff. Anyhow, she had a lead, and it was based on it's about Flanders Fields, but it was actually from letters from a nurse who actually worked with or worked on John McCrae in Belgium or France or wherever it was, or France, I think. Anyhow, and so it was all these different. Plus, they had the dance kids there. They had the orchestra and the history. It was really nice. It was my wife had a really good point. It was great to see these kids take something that's over 100 years old and make it into something that's relatable.
Yes.
But without talking, it wasn't anything about what's going on in the world today.
Yeah.
It was all about remembering then, and how they remembered them was beautiful. I thought
really
it was
cool.
And I was very proud, obviously, of my daughter, and that's why I moved the time, because
I love it.
They didn't give us the time until yesterday.
I'm glad you could do it. And
I
be
appreciate
there
it. It was
as
amazing.
well.
She was terrific. She always surprises me. I mean, this kid's getting this is my kid. She's getting a 97 in math, and a 80 something in science, but also
Bright mother though.
Arts. Yeah, she gets all from it's very smart. And then she's just going and doing all these extra things, and it's like, this was amazing. It was just so amazing to watch her.
That's how you get into McGill with that kind of behavior.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah,
you could pay that.
If you can use a fork, you can go to York.
That's where my son is.
Were you guys, when you were in high school, did you have Remembrance Day every day, right? I mean, every year.
Yeah, we did a Remembrance Day.
You had a minute of silence
Of course.
in your
Yep.
classroom.
Yeah,
and all
11
that jazz.
o'clock.
Yep. And I have this not PTSD. It's a visceral memory from my whole life of reading that poem.
Yeah.
And it's that line, because I had to Google it, because listening to Peter say it, and it flew past me. But since I was a kid, I was haunted by the line, "We are the dead.
Yeah.
Short days ago we lived." And when I was a little kid in public school, I was like, what the?
Yeah.
On Instagram, Brad Jones was reciting that very poem on the Ridley Funeral Home Instagram account, which I recorded him sitting right there.
There you go.
It's funny. There's a funny comment on the live stream, live.torontomike.com. Hello to all the FOTMs who have joined us for our monthly toast. This is November's toast. Good people there. But the funny thing is, Jeremy Hopkin is there, and he says, I should have asked Peter Gross to record a new toast intro.
Yeah, I know.
When I asked him to do that, I commissioned him to recite In Flanders Fields for that opening I visualized. And then Mike chimes in to say that it's a flex move. I have to remind you two that you can always be replaced. I don't want you to get too comfortable.
It's true.
But hello to Moose Grumpy.
Hello, Moose.
Hello to Leslie wants to know, for you, Bob Willette, where did you get that hat?
Oh,
Tell us the hat you're wearing.
So it's my Second City hat. It's from Second City down at the theater. This is
York and Queens Quay.
Yeah, 1 York Street.
1 York.
Yeah, 1 York Street, and it's I don't know how often they changed the merch quite a bit, but it just says 1973, which is the year it started here in Toronto.
that.
And then I'm also, because it's Grey Cup week.
Yes.
I'm wearing my vintage. Well, it's not vintage. It's a retro rebrand, remake of a 1991 Toronto Argonauts Grey Cup champion.
Okay. I'm going to come back to both the hat and the sweater. So follow me.
Well, both the hat and the sweater are related, and I think I know what you're going to talk about.
Hold on to that for a moment here.
Can we have our beer yet?
Okay.
What's going on?
What here? So
I produce.
Yeah, let me tell you now. So I produce a show for Great Lakes Brewery.
Yeah.
Called Between Two Fermenters.
Yep.
And often Troy Birch sits right where Bob is now, and he has people from other craft breweries in the province over. And there's a Hamilton brewery called
is it called Fairweather?
Fairweather?
Correct. And this lovely woman, whose name is eluding me right now, but she was lovely, gifted me some beer.
All right.
Because she was here to be on Between Two Fermenters.
Cool.
So, of course, we're a Great Lakes.
Of course. And does
Podcast.
Great Lakes mind you sharing this with us?
Troy invited her to be on
Okay.
their podcast.
Right.
So I see that's consent. So they're Fairweather.
See, that is consent.
They're Fairweather
His famous
fans.
last words, eh?
So tell me what you're opening. Again, these are not sponsors of Toronto Mike. It's just beer from somebody who was on the Great
So
Lakes
Fairweather
podcast.
Brewing, I think I'm going to open the Pilsner. I like a good Pilsner. This is Donna. It's a Pilsner-style lager brewed with elegant European hops and divine patient. It's got a beautiful picture of the Mother Mary. And
What are the
Jesus.
other ones you got in front
I
of you?
have Feast beer, which is a lager, which is their take on the German Feist beer.
Okay.
Inspired
I think that's
by
for Preuss.
I'd like to take that.
Inspired by
You guys trade.
hedonism and little else.
The one I'm looking at is called Grace. It says pale ale with tea. I'm curious about this, though.
And I have a sour here as well, a Dream Pop double guava sour. I'm not a sour person, but I hear.
Well, I can also get more in the fridge.
this looks great.
So you can sample it if you don't like it.
No.
I'll go get you a
I gotta
water
open the
from
Feast beer.
Great
That's
Lakes.
Yeah, what are
German.
you going to have?
Oh, you know what? I haven't thought that.
Here, do you want
Okay,
do you
Grace.
want the guava or do you want the
Or Grace.
Okay, I'll pop open
the sour? You seem like a sour guy.
I'm sour at times. Okay,
Yeah.
Liquid Light show. Okay,
All
so
right.
3, 2, 1.
There we go.
So
These
thank you
cans
to
are
Great
nice.
I
Lakes.
feel like it's been a while. We
Yeah,
did two
cheers.
really fast. Cheers, boys. Nice
Right.
to see you.
Cheers.
Oh, this is like fruity. Oh yeah.
Sour's fruity, yeah.
Okay, dream pop it's called. I feel like that's a genre of music. Okay, so,
I think so.
why am I playing the toast theme? Who wants to guess?
Because it's
And then
I
it'll
know
tie
why.
back to Bob's sweater and his.
Well, because our theme this month is food.
yeah, we're kicking out food jams.
This song got Hansoned.
Well, I feel like we intentionally Hansoned it because it's too on the nose.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
song's called Toast. It's a food jam, and this is not a mind blow to anybody because all listeners of Toast know this. But whose voice are we hearing right now?
Paul Young.
Right. Okay. So this is a long way to get to what Bob's wearing. Okay, but we're gonna get.
Wait, how do you get to Paul Young? Okay, every time you go away.
Bear with me here.
All right.
Written by Daryl Hall, 1985.
Well, so Second City
Second
and
City.
who owned the team at this time?
Martin Short, John Candy.
Martin
John Candy.
Short.
Shut up. I don't know. He likes sports, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no,
Okay.
no.
So I can tell you this song seemed to be everywhere. Like this
Yeah.
song was everywhere,
Of
right?
course, in 1985, 40 years ago.
So this is again, somebody's learning it for the first time, although we do reference this fun fact. But the voice we're hearing now is the same voice we hear on Toast.
Toast, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
Paul Young.
Okay, so Paul Young is singing this song.
Yeah.
And Paul Young was singing for Street Band,
Yeah.
the song Toast.
Oh.
So how does this tie to Bob Willette's hat and his sweater?
Second City.
Well, what's Paul Young's relationship to John Candy?
If we can solve any problem.
A cover version of the song. Is it from a
At the
film?
beginning of this, I thought this was Time by Culture Club. Is that-
It sounds like
Give
it.
me time.
Give me time. To
Give the song time.
Okay.
So you go.
Is this Sia?
No. You can name that. When you get the singer, it'll be fun.
Leading man appears.
Oh, it's
Always the same.
It's on the tip of his tongue.
Yeah. Cynthia Erivo.
Correct. So
Who is it?
Cynthia Erivo.
Erivo.
Okay.
Am I saying that
I
right?
see her creepy nails every time I think of her face.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate those long nails. I don't get it.
I know.
Okay, so here's the connection. I saw the documentary called I Like Me.
Yeah.
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
seen it? It's
Yes.
terrific.
Loved it.
So at the end, the big scene where, spoiler alert, John Candy passes away. Shout out to Ridley Funeral Home. This cover is playing.
I forgot. Yeah.
This cover
Yeah.
is from the documentary.
That's quite the journey. I
Yeah.
like that, though. It's a good
And
job.
tell us how the documentary I Like Me is tied to your hat and your.
Okay.
Well, of
Hey,
course,
that's a
I'm
good
wearing
combination.
a Second City hat, which
Did you do
of
that on
course,
purpose?
John Candy was part of the very first.
Did you do this on purpose?
No. I just happened to.
Are you new
Wow.
to Toronto, Mike?
No,
No, but I love
And then, and I wore this because it's Grey Cup week.
Yeah.
And then in 1991, well, the
Wow.
year before, John Candy, Bruce McNall, and Wayne Gretzky bought the Toronto Argonauts, and he played football in high school with Neil McNeil.
Neil McNeil, right.
And my father-in-law and my great uncle-in-laws or uncle-in-laws, so like Laura's uncles. Went to school with John,
Wow.
and they all went to Neil McNeil,
Wow.
and Laura's uncle Willie. It was a friend of John's, and
Wow.
has some great stories about him.
That's so cool.
And so, anyways, he loved football, and he apparently, according to the documentary, he couldn't have been more involved and happy to own the team.
Great.
And that was the one time I got to meet John Candy. Actually,
You did meet him?
I do. I have his autograph. Come on. This is before.
Wow.
It was
Wow.
1991.
Wow.
The Labor Day Classic, Toronto Argonauts against the Hamilton Tiger Cats in Hamilton. The game was sold out, so they put extra seats in the end zones.
Wow.
But they were literally like high school risers.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there, and John Candy comes out, and I was always there early because I was a big nerd. And I walked up to him. It was 92 because that's right. They had already won the Grey Cup,
Wow.
and they were having a bad year. John was on the sideline, and I walked up to him. And I said, I think I've told the story on here before, but I had I still have my little notebook with the autographs.
Yeah.
And I said to him, Mr. Candy, I said, do you mind signing? And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. And again, I'm a tall kid at that time.
And you're like 16.
I'm 16,
Yeah.
16 years
Yeah,
old,
yeah,
15 or 16
Yeah.
years old. And he grabs it and he signs it. I said, what about all these rumors that you're leaving us? He's like, us who? I was like, the team, the fans. He's like, stop reading the Toronto Sun, kid.
Wow.
Yeah, and he wrote it. And
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
my one time I met John Candy.
That's
So did
amazing.
you see this documentary, Rob?
I
Bruce?
did. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's terrific.
Really, really
So,
good.
that's how
He grew up blocks from where I live.
Wow.
in East York.
Wow.
He's just north. I'm just south of the Danforth. He's just north.
Who else was in your autograph book?
Oh, mostly Argonauts. In fact, all Argonauts and Adam Rita, the coach, and Rocket Ishmael.
I had a little autograph book when I was like 8.
Yeah.
From 8. So you know who I had in my book? I had Billy Van.
Oh, wow.
That's cool. I met him at the Burlington Library. I had Bob McGrath from Sesame Street.
Wow.
I know.
That's a big one.
I had Bill Lawrence because I was on Tiny Talent Time.
Of course.
Wow.
And then I forged a signature of Liberace.
That's not cool.
Wow.
Thank you.
Did you try to tell kids that are like, this is really, I met Liberace?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rob, do you know why I'm playing this jam?
Because the keyboard player passed away?
Any thoughts on the passing of Dave Ball?
Yeah. I wasn't a huge Soft Cell fan, but I loved this song. Of course, this was like a life-changing song for many of us in 1981.
And I did pull the 12-inch because you need that Supremes.
Yeah. When I went to Germany with my family in the Christmas of 81, I bought this 12-inch over there. Like, instead of buying an import in Toronto, I was like, I'm in Germany, I'm going to buy this thing. And really, I didn't get into their actual albums as much, but this song, it's all you need.
They were here this summer for the first time in years.
And he was with them.
Yeah.
He was still with them, so I don't know what happened.
The one complaint I heard from everybody, they had no merch.
Oh, really?
They had no merch. People were like, I want Soft Cell merch. And there was none. And they were with a bunch of other bands, too. I think it was like Modern English, or I can't remember who it was.
I don't remember who it was.
It was a big title.
But they were famously not very good live, too. Like, Mark Allman is like, he sings not sort of out of tune even on the records.
Yeah.
And that's the best they could get.
Right.
On the record, you're like, we're committing this.
Well, for most of us normies, this is the only Soft Cell.
I only know the long version where they do Baby Did Our Love Go. Oh, do you have it? Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
And you're right.
This is a great
you
DJ.
need the 12-inch because you get this.
When you're DJing, it's great because it's 9 minutes. You go to the washroom.
Exactly.
I used to play this. At certain points, though, you see the people at a wedding. They're like, what the fuck? This is too much. This is too long.
No, this is so good. Man, when you're a kid listening to this record.
Honestly, even now I love it.
I love it. This is a great
You're
version.
right. It is kind of a mind fuck for a kid.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this?
Oh, yeah.
Gentlemen, I have a new sponsor, and they brought gifts for you.
Ooh.
Retro Festive.
Oh, not the weed company?
You know what? They don't have a gift for you, but I do, honestly, I urge you to go to shopkindling.ca.
I'm going to go to that.
This won't work in New York.
No.
Your other sponsor sounds interesting, too. The other new one.
Shopkindling.ca?
No, that sounds, there's another one. Blue something.
Oh, Blue Sky Agency.
That's not new.
It's not new?
that new.
Oh,
No.
but
It's
the way
like
you...
month 3, maybe.
Okay, but the way you describe it, I'm like, this sounds interesting. I don't know what it is.
Well, because you want those privacy pods.
Is that what it is?
Talk honestly, Doug at blueskyagency.ca. Write him now, and he'll tell you more. Retro Festive is bringing a gift to everybody who comes to TMLX 21. It's November 29th at noon at Palma's Kitchen.
Yep.
Are either of you two able to make it to TMLX 21? I
I'm
probably asked
sadly
that
not.
last month.
Well, no, I don't. What was the date again? I think we talked about
29
this.
at noon.
Oh, no. It's crazy, my life. Right?
Well, you're missing
And I don't
out.
even work full time. It's like ridiculous.
You get your
Yeah,
Palma pasta meal on the house.
Yeah.
You get fresh craft beer from Great Lakes Brewery.
I was there last year.
And you'll get a little gift from the good people at Retro Festive. Everybody, you can save 10% right now at retrofestive.ca with the promo code FOTM. You can do that right now.
What's his name from Retro Festive?
Ty the Christmas Guy.
You know what? Last year, Al Grego did a good episode of Yes, We Are Open with Ty. And I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot of, and it made me really want
Ty
to go.
will be at TMLX 21.
That's
unlike
cool.
you, Rob Preuss.
I will not be either.
I'm
You just
sorry.
we have a shared calendar. It's
You and me?
It's yeah. My wife and I. So it's the Italian side of her family Christmas party. I'm supposed to be on the air from 1 to 6. Plus, it's the local radio lab Christmas party that night. It's nuts.
So wait, this is for us?
Yes, okay, so what
That's
you're
lovely.
getting from Ty the Christmas Guy is a moose mug.
That's awesome.
That's a moose mug from Christmas Vacation.
It turns any holiday event into a fun and festive recreation of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with the official
Truth
Clark
guy
Christmas.
loved it, man. He was quoting, what is it, the brother-in-law's
You'll shoot
name?
your eye out.
Oh yeah,
wrong movie.
wrong one. No, this is like Shitter's Full. It's
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
one movie that's a Christmas story.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
But I
story. No,
actually
it-
have a tip that, and I don't want to spoil it, but the gift you will receive at TMLX 21.
because this was the gift last year too.
That's true.
Yeah.
This year you're getting a gift from A Christmas Story.
Really?
Oh, see, now I
from,
wish I could. I wish
Not from
I actually
Christmas
was.
Vacation.
I toured the Christmas Story house a couple years ago
Oh, you
in
mentioned that before.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
And I bought some decorations, including Ralphie in the pink bunny suit. But this one, so the McDonald boys loved
Yeah, particularly John Angus was madly in love with his moose mugs.
I love those guys so much. John Angus
They're
and Colin.
sweethearts, right?
They're just the nicest guys. Where they're from Cape Breton, right? So
They're from
Yeah.
Antigonish.
Antigonish, yes, right.
I played there before. I've been there.
My buddy was the program director. My buddy Curtis, who's in now the morning show on whatever.
Bray?
Curtis Bray.
I know this name.
Yeah. He was a Humble and Fred intern. I taught him actually. He was.
Is Antigonish where Francis X University is? No.
No, I don't know. Is that?
There's a school out
We're
there.
not
Yeah,
sure.
St. Francis
You're not sure.
Xavier.
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
is
they're good at football.
yeah.
They call it St. Effects.
Yeah, St.
But I
Effects.
remember when I was with Honeymoon Street, I think we played out there,
Oh,
and I
cool.
gave a talk to like these kids, this university class, like about music, like
Nice.
keyboard programming or something.
They tell a great story. There's near Moncton, they have a magnetic hill, and they
Yeah.
have this big
Yeah.
rock
Oh,
concert there.
yeah.
And Bruce Springsteen was playing.
That's right.
And opening for Bruce was Tom Cochrane and the Trues.
Wow.
Amazing.
And they were talking about their Bruce experience here.
I need to listen to the Trues.
Honestly,
They're really good.
Yeah, I know
both
the
you
name.
mentioned it, but those two guys, those brothers, the
Yeah.
McDonald brothers, sweethearts, absolute sweethearts.
They really are. I got to know them one time. They were playing they were doing the national anthem and Highway of Heroes at a TFC game.
Oh wow.
Okay, they just did that. For the Hamilton Ticats
Yeah, that's
Eastern
right.
Finals.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they did it for TFC in 2016, I think it
Wow.
was. And Mike Rice, a guy who from the industry, RPM.
I met him outside the Phoenix.
Yeah, outside
when
the Phoenix.
We did that since the last episode.
That's right. We went and saw
Oh, that's right.
a show together. And anyways, long story short,
It's called Big Wreck.
I end up getting tickets through Mike to go see because I wanted to go. It was a playoff game.
Yeah.
He goes like, "Oh, here, I'm in their private booth. Like I'm the only media guy there,
Wow.
and they're doing so. They do a performance before and the national anthem,
Yeah.
and then they're doing something at halftime too.
Wow.
So I go up and I'm up there with their wives and their kids.
so cool.
I'm the only one, and they're like, "Hey, who are you?" I'm like, "Well, Mike gave me the tickets and blah blah blah," and I sat. This is where the first time I heard about the issues inside the Tragically Hip, because John Angus was working with them.
Yes.
And I had heard stuff.
Okay, John
on
Angus,
that.
right. They were
John
Boris
Angus-
Sinclair produced the fourth Truesville.
That's right.
You guys, this is really inside baseball.
Oh no! Well, you know what?
That's where we
That's
live,
what we
brother.
do.
I
yeah.
love
Get
it.
in the bus.
No, and both of the brothers were some of the first guests I ever had on Bob's Basement.
Really?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
wow.
Separately, I had Colin on once, and I had John Angus on.
And talking about, oh, sorry, you go.
Oh, you mentioned Highway of Heroes, and that's today. It's a big day.
It gets spun everywhere.
John Angus MacDonald and his brother Colin are singing that song for some primary school students where John Angus's child goes.
Yeah.
Like today.
Oh, they did that today? Wow.
They're going to the school the whole class has rehearsed. This sounds like it's a Prussian thing. Has rehearsed Highway.
Wow.
We played it yesterday.
Oh,
but
amazing.
They played that up.
Oh, that's
for
so
the,
great.
It makes you guys make me want to listen to them, just like when I listen to
But
Finger.
why wouldn't you listen to the truth?
I just know that there's too much music in the world, and when I hear somebody, when I hear a new name, no,
How
but,
much of that music is right up our alley?
But there's not enough
Good
time.
Hamilton guy.
Oh, it's true.
I
It
know.
is. It's
but,
hard.
But I've tried to find time for everybody, so like that's why I love to making the drive up here, because I have a little extra time to like listen.
Yeah,
to shit, you know?
a little. Yeah, you got a lot of time. Yeah.
I want to listen to a little more Finger 11, but it won't take long because I'll turn it off right away.
Yeah, it's only an hour though.
I know. I did share a stage with them though, you know,
When?
Finger 11.
and Silverstein.
Oh, the
that was that's a
Burlington,
Burlington
July
thing.
1st,
Yeah, I remember that.
I know. They don't remember that.
Well, remember you tell us about that for sure. Hey, did you when you first heard about "Tainted Love" by Soft Cell? Did you know it was a cover?
No,
No.
not till way later.
Here's the original.
Love it.
Okay, let's finish the thank yous. Let's thank Nick Iones. He's got two great podcasts you should listen to, Building Toronto's Skyline and Building Success. We're recording new episodes Friday morning. Much love to Nick Iones. Hopefully he's at TMLX21. RecycleMyElectronics.ca. That's where you go if you have old electronics, old devices, old cables. You don't throw that out. You go to RecycleMyElectronics.ca.
And who's this performer? Singing
Gloria
the original?
Jones.
Oh, Gloria Jones, that's right. Oh, come on now.
And then we're going to get the food jams,
All the
everybody. We're getting the food jams. Well, I guess it would be nice.
Well, they're in the stores now, but they won't be long.
We
Just
should kick out
until
those
Easter,
jams.
then they'll be gone. Cadbury, Easter cream, egg.
What are we listening to, Rob Preuss?
Ace, the recently departed Ace Frehley.
Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts? You're a big Kiss head.
I was sad and shocked. I mean,
How old was he?
he was 71.
He's
I
a young
think.
man.
Yeah, I mean, not really, but
No, 71 is
Only a
still
little
young.
older than me.
I think if you make,
I know.
it with an 8, then that's fair.
I
But
know.
I think if it's before that, I think that's too
And
soon.
he was still working. He was still making music.
Yeah.
He had lots of tour stuff booked, and I guess apparently he had a fall, and in his studio, and they thought it was going to be maybe he was going to be okay, but apparently it was worse than they sort of let on.
It's too bad.
Then he had a brain bleed. Yeah.
And okay, so Bob and I weren't around, but this was a hit.
Yeah.
It's funny because I never hear it in the wild.
No, but for people of a certain age, this is like a big hit.
And this is the only hit by a member of Kiss solo.
Yeah, so they released 4 solo albums in '78. Each one did their own.
Oh, like kind of coordinated?
Yeah, coordinated.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
they released all 4 once. I mean, they had just released Kiss Alive 2, and they were like at the peak. This was, I mean, '78 was a pretty big time.
Like the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes, exactly, just like them. But
Or as Stu Stone's mom would call them, the Wu-Tang Gang.
Wu-Tang Gang. And Tang is a good drink as well. But they released
Especially on the moon.
Yeah, they released these 4 albums, and this song, Ace's solo album, to me was like the best. I had Aces and I had Jeans because they were my 2 favorite guys in the band, anyways. But this song started the album, and it was like no matter where it goes from
It's got
there.
a good groove to it.
Yeah, and it's a cover song. I mean, it was not written by him. Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, you're full
but
of
nobody
wisdom.
knew that back in those days either. So
Yeah.
Gentlemen, are you okay if I go first?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Who do you got
What are we
lined up
doing?
to
And I
talk?
do have, well,
Yeah.
possibly somebody's here
He's
to
got
line up.
something
Okay,
going on.
so
He's
here's,
always in.
Yeah.
again, we're
This is
gonna.
his thing now.
I know.
I didn't do it last.
Yeah.
No, but you've done it a couple
I've done
times.
it. I
now.
do it occasionally. If I could get a great like snow,
Sure.
I'll bring them on. Or I've now heard the Alexis on Fire cover of Misogyny.
How is it?
It sounds like Alexis on Fire covering Misogyny.
Makes sense.
But Scott McCullough from Rusty has heard a couple of episodes talking about Rusty now, because Jim Moore and the guy from Boot Sauce.
Yep.
There was lots, and he says he wants to come in and correct the public record with regards to Rusty. So he's going to come back soon.
Oh, cool.
Just to make sure we get our facts straight, since he was there. Okay, so gentlemen, I'm going first.
Okay.
There may or may not be a special guest, but we are kicking out food
There's a
jams.
special guest.
There might be. I don't know. But we're kicking out food jams.
Is it the Galloping Gourmet? Graham Kirk.
First of all, do you know the song?
Sounds like Jimi Hendrix.
I don't recognize it yet.
So no.
I should have quit you
Oh, it's Led Zeppelin.
Zep.
long time ago. Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm surprised Preuss isn't more of a Zeppelin guy.
No.
He didn't like the
Too-
metal side of things.
Strident?
No, I only listened to Led Zeppelin 4 because it has Stairway to Heaven.
That's the only one I ever owned.
Yeah, me too.
Houses of the Holy for me.
Oh, yeah.
Because Jermaker or Dire
Oh, yeah,
Maker,
yeah.
love that song.
I liked them much more in hindsight, but now as a kid,
Yeah, I
Stairway
get-
to Heaven was it.
I'm getting them a little bit more. I was actually giving away Jason Bonham tickets on Indie the other day, and he's this Jason Bonham at Led Zeppelin evening.
Oh, that's cool.
So I want to get to our special guest. This song is a food jam because it's called the Lemon Song.
Yeah.
And your special guest is Robert Plant.
And a lemon is food. It's in the food. It's in the
Lemon is a food.
Okay.
Yep. Do they say lemon? Or is this one of those jams where they don't say
Well,
the name?
okay. So I'm glad you asked. What a great question that is. Okay, so
I'm a professional.
this is the Lemon Song by Led Zeppelin.
What album?
It's from Led Zeppelin 2.
Ah.
So that's a 1969 album.
Very cool.
I'm going to play a song that's like the basis for this song, and that's going to be where my guest comes in, okay?
Okay.
So bear with
So
me.
they
ladies.
stole it like they do most of their riffs.
They stole it like they do all other stuff. Okay, so let's bring in another artist. I'm dying to know if you can name this artist. Because I'll give a little context.
Yeah.
My guest today kicked out the jams on Toronto Mike and kicked out this artist.
Oh.
And the way he spoke of this artist, I realized I have so much to learn from this person regarding this artist.
A long time ago, I should have quit you, babe.
We are also ignorant.
It sounds great, but I
A long
can't tell.
time
Well, you're not alone. We're going to rectify that.
I should have quit you, pretty babe.
It's like a blues artist of.
Does anyone want to go to the live stream and see if anybody knows who this is?
They haven't yet.
There's a delay, though.
Got the Lemon song there.
It's a little Bo Diddley-ish.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah, nobody said anything yet.
Oh, okay. So I'll bring it down. And you notice I'm not using my pod because my guests will come in on the same channel here. And that's mystery guest. Will you please announce your arrival?
I'm here. I'm here.
Is that
Who are you?
Well, I'm not Chester Burnett.
Hey.
Hold on, I got to
That's
take
a hint
notes.
Who that second artist was.
Chester Burnett.
All right, please, I will just announce to the
Howlin' Wolf?
listenership, this is Howlin' Wolf.
There you go.
There you go. Howlin' Wolf it is.
And
Whose
on the
real name
line, I do want to hear the fun facts, like his real name, but I just want to introduce you to make sure the listenership knows this is the great FOTM we call David Schultz.
Oh.
Hello, David Schultz.
Hello, all.
Mr. David
Hello, all.
Schultz.
Good to be here.
Journalist, writer, right? Like, yeah.
Globe and Mail forever.
Globe and Mail forever,
until
yes.
They announced there were going to be
Retired.
packages. Yeah,
He retired,
He
but yeah.
jumped up and down, and
Yeah, he'll take it and run, right?
Yeah, and as you can see behind me, I've retired from housekeeping too.
actually, no one can see you but me, David. So be as messy as you want to be. But please take
Well,
over.
Just keep the camera waist above my waist.
Oh, please. Although I don't care. You be yourself. Please educate
David
us.
Schultz got a John Hodgman vibe when you Google him.
Do you think you look like John Hodgman?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who John Hodgman is there, Dave?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I checked out at Pop Culture about 1982. So all that stuff you guys were talking about musically, well, that actually was me years ago.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to get a picture of
This was
John Hodgman.
this was just I just Googled your name and that's what we got. I'll show you John Hodgman. But tell us about this song.
Yeah, take it away. We'll listen. I feel like we need to be educated in Howlin' Wolf, and you're the man to educate us.
Well, Howlin' Wolf was one of the great characters, not just in blues, but in music. I mean, he was just an amazing guy. Okay, yeah, I've never had a goatee like that.
No, yeah, but with just the
And
mustache.
there was a time my mustache was sort of that color.
Yeah. So please go ahead. So tell us more. Yeah.
Okay, I had the privilege of seeing Howlin' Wolf about, I'm going to say, a year and a half to 2 years before he died.
Wow.
I was in my second year at the University of Waterloo, and this was 1974
Wow.
in September or October. And good Lord, that's 51 years ago.
Howlin' Wolf died
Like
8 days
right
before my
about now.
birthday.
Wow.
My God. Anyway, me and another buddy were going to University of Western Ontario in London to visit a friend. And we got there, he said, tomorrow night we're going to Fry Fogel's, which at the time was a very well-known blues bar
Oh, I played Fry Fogels.
in London.
Yep.
And they would get all kinds of really great talent. If you Google them, you'll see Downchild Blues Band for Canadian talent. I think even Johnny Winter played there. But the guy who ran it was no dummy, and he knew that all the great Chicago blues artists would travel by car from Chicago to Detroit, play some clubs in Detroit, and then they would drive to Toronto because Toronto was always a good spot for blues musicians. So this guy would contact them and say, hey, London's halfway between Detroit and Toronto. Why don't you stop here and play here for a couple nights? You'll make a few more bucks, and then off you go to London. And they said, yeah, sure. So like Muddy Waters would play there.
Yeah.
Wow,
regularly.
yeah.
That's amazing. Yep. I know London and
Howlin'
Kitchener
Wolf.
both had scenes like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And of course, Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf were the two sort of towering figures in Chicago blues.
Sure.
Starting in the early 50s. They were always painted as bitter rivals, and in a certain sense they were. I remember I was reading Willie Dixon, who was a blues session player,
Yeah.
but he was also sort of the head talent guy or producer for Chess Records.
Oh, wow.
But he composed a lot of those songs that Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters made into hits. I don't think he had a hand. He did produce Killing Floor, but I think that was written by Howlin' Wolf. Anyway, Willie Dixon would often say, I couldn't get Howlin' Wolf to play a song if he thought I wrote it. He would always say, that song's not as good as the one you wrote last week for Muddy.
Funny.
So Willie says, I soon figured out I would go to Howlin' Wolf and say, I wrote this song for Muddy, but I'll offer it to you first. And he'd say, then he would never turn me down.
Funny.
And they
great.
recorded together for a long, long time. But yeah, and so in September of 74, we went to Fry Fogel's and saw Howlin' Wolf. And my God, to this day, it is still the best live music experience I've ever had in my entire life.
That's
and
cool.
I actually
seen any other acts, and boy, he was electric.
Wow.
This guy, even though at that time he had severe health problems, he ended up dying about a year and a half later at the age of 65 from sort of a combination of kidney disease, heart problems, a bunch of other things.
Wow.
And his health was such that he had to sit in a chair while he played, but that voice, I mean, he was aptly named Howlin' Wolf, even though, as another aside, he was given that nickname when as a kid by his grandfather for the way he treated the family's chickens.
That's so funny.
The grandfather said something about you're as bad as a wolf. I forget how it went.
So did Zeppelin, did he get any royalties from Led Zeppelin for that tune Lemon?
They actually got sued.
Yeah.
Get sued? Okay.
It took lawyers because, as you had noted earlier, Led Zeppelin was, quote unquote, notorious for borrowing a lot of their material. And,
inspired by.
Right.
He didn't get any credit originally, I don't believe, as a co-author. It was just a straight sort of ripoff, which, they were pretty well known for. And in fact, I think Stairway to Heaven had lawyers involved.
For sure.
Spirit, the band Spirit.
Yeah.
My head. And it was to do with the instrument, the guitar riff, wasn't it? I forget.
Wow.
But anyway, so they swiped the tune and put out their version of it. Now, I will say this, not to defend Led Zeppelin. I think their conduct was pretty appalling through just about everything they did, even though I was a big fan. And we all loved the Lemon song when it came out because, I was 14 years old and we're all snickering. Oh, the juice ran down my leg. And as you would when you were 14 years old. But Killing Floor, which was Howlin' Wolf's hit, was actually one of his later recordings. It didn't get recorded till 1964. But you should remember, though, that for a lot of the blues guys, they never got into recording until later in their lives. I think Howlin' Wolf's first record came out in 1951 when he was 41, 42 years old.
Wow.
And that was at that time, they would just put out singles. And his first album didn't come along till about 10 years later, I think, and which was basically a compilation of all the singles that he had previously released. But the Killing Floor itself, it should be pointed out, I get back to this point, eventually. He borrowed a lot as well from songs, and that's what blues guys did.
Sure.
It was, he started performing professionally probably in the early 30s when he was around 20 years old. And he was fortunate. He had a very miserable childhood. But as a teenager, he was fortunate enough to meet Charlie Patton because he was down in the Mississippi Delta. That's where he was born and raised. And Charlie Patton took a liking to him and taught him how to play the guitar and sort of taught him how to be a blues guy.
Charlie Patton taught Howlin' Wolf?
Performing in clubs then.
Wow.
And now you think of a guy like Mick Jagger, and everybody talks about how all the wild stuff he does on stage. Well, you talk about borrowing, a lot of that came from Howlin' Wolf because Howlin' Wolf was one of he would unfortunately, I never got to see it because he was in a chair, but he would run up and down the stage, run into the crowd with his guitar. He'd play his guitar over his head. He'd do all kinds of stuff like this. And he learned a lot of that from Charlie Patton, who was doing it in the 1930s. And and then so Mick Jagger picked up on it, just like Elvis Presley picked up all of his on-stage antics from a black singer. And I'm having a senior moment. His name's gone right out of my head. Who was always considered the greatest influence of.
Is his name
on
Shy or? I don't.
No, it was. You can. I went back and listened to a bunch of his recordings, and man, he was something. But he was never commercially as successful as Elvis because he wasn't white. And but anyway, yeah. So that's what they did. The blues performers, if they saw something they liked, well, they'd borrow it and use it themselves.
Mr. Schultz, I'm going to play a little something. I'm glad you brought this up. If you didn't bring it up, I was going to bring it up. But so that song by Howlin' Wolf is called Killing Floor, and that's what Led Zeppelin based the Lemon song on. But
I will say this, if you look it up, they borrowed some other stuff, notably from Robert Johnson.
Big time Robert Johnson, yes.
Author of the blues, and who Howlin' Wolf knocked around a bit with in the day and played clubs with. He played with just about everybody, Howlin' Wolf did. But let's listen though. They put all this together and make a lot of money off it.
Hey, let me play a little bit of a gentleman named Skip James, okay? This song is called Hard Time Killin' Floor. So just a bit of this.
Oh, this song was on the soundtrack for Oh Brother Where Art Thou too. Yep.
Hard times is in every where you go.
The Arthur Big Boy Crudup? Was that?
No, I know his name. I hear it. You can ask.
Big Boy Crudup was a very popular rhythm and blues guy.
But we're talking about the stage influence you were talking about, trying to figure him.
Yeah. Well, he was a piano player.
Okay. This is beautiful.
Crazy stuff.
So this
same thing. Jerry Lee Lewis didn't invent all that stuff he did all by himself either.
So Skip James records this song we're listening to now in 1931, and this is probably the one of the bigger inspirations for Howlin' Wolf. And then of course Howlin' Wolf inspires Led Zeppelin, and a bunch of 14-year-olds are listening to Led Zeppelin 2, getting high and enjoying the Lemon song.
Cool.
Well, it was a year or two before I was getting high regularly.
So, David, I love that you did this, but I got to ask the big question. Last time we had a TMLX event at Palma's Kitchen, you were there, okay?
Yes, I was.
Can I get you to return to pop on the mic and say hello and to get a free meal from Palma and a free beer from Great Lakes and a gift from Retro Festive? Can you return for TMLX 21 on November 29th at noon?
You know what? When I saw you post this a while ago, and I thought Mike is probably going to send me an invitation like he usually does.
He's more than sending now. He's calling you out
live on the air.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, Mike, I am making a comedy comeback that night.
I'm sorry?
Wait a minute. That evening, so you could come warm up with us at noon.
Well, that's a long time to be away from home. I don't know. And I need to. The problem is, I am also doing a little chauffeuring that night, picking up a couple of my fellow comics who are far more accomplished than I in Toronto,
He's doing stand-up?
bringing them out here to Bolton.
So Bob doesn't realize.
I'm sorry to say I can't make it.
Bob doesn't realize that you've been dabbling in stand-up because he didn't attend that TMLX event where you and Gare Joyce did stand-up.
Oh, I didn't know you did stand-up, Mr. Schultz. That's amazing.
Well, I used to, and now I haven't been on stage in about 3 years. So this is going to be interesting. But a friend of mine, on behalf of his wife, who is organizing a fundraiser for a charity for animals, they're having a fundraising banquet, and they asked me to appear, and I said, well, I'm so rusty, I'd be stealing your money. But I said, I know a couple of people. And,
Oh, that's great.
So in the end, I'm going to bring these two comics, Desiree Walsh and Kelly Zemnikas. If you Google them, you'll find out they're both very accomplished professional comedians. And I'm going to introduce them and be the MC. That'll kind of be my comedy comeback. I've got to get off my butt now and get out on stage and get the rust off. So
good luck.
But it just occurred to me who Elvis's big influence was. Wynoni Harris.
Wynona Judd?
No, Wynoni Harris.
Right.
I think that was it. Let me I'm going to Google that. I got the first name right.
Yeah, Wynoni Harris, an American blues shouter.
Harris.
A blues shouter, they call him.
Wow. Yeah, well, yeah, they called anyone who sang the blues in a very loud and enthusiastic fashion was the blues shouter. I always thought that was a bit pejorative, but yeah. And if you listen to his old recordings, that guy was really something. But so was Howlin' Wolf, and he would pack the clubs. Once he learned how to play and perform from Charlie Patton, who was like considered, along with Robert Johnson, one of the fathers of the blues. He had great following across the South, Mississippi, where he grew up, later on in Arkansas, and then he wound up in Memphis. And he also wound up with his own show on a radio station there as a DJ. And so he was doing that and doing the clubs. And then he became part of the great migration north to Chicago, where the acoustic blues from the Mississippi Delta sort of morphed into the electric Chicago blues.
You know your stuff, Dave. Holy.
I told you, an education.
Two of the leading proponents of that. But the interesting thing about Howlin' Wolf was that, unlike a lot of those guys, probably including Muddy Waters, who got to Chicago by riding a freight train because they had no money and no job, Howlin' Wolf was making good money in Memphis as a performer and a DJ. And the reason he went to Chicago was there was a bit of a dispute over his recording contract in Memphis. He was actually discovered by Ike Turner, who was actually quite some years younger than him. But Ike Turner had gotten hired by Sam Phillips. You remember Sam Phillips of Sun Records fame?
Of course. $1 Million Quartet.
And the $1 Million Quartet, he's the guy who first recorded Elvis and then sold his contract to, I forget which big company. But he had all those guys, Roy Orbison, Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis.
Carl Perkins.
But this was in around 1950, before he had formed Sun Records. So what he would do was record these guys that he liked and then license them to other record companies. And the two main companies he would license to were Chess Records in Chicago. And then there was a competitor called, something like RJM or RVM. And they would compete all the time for artists. And so Howlin' Wolf at various spots, Sam Phillips recorded. Chess Records would do one record and then the other guys get mad, so they do another. And then they got into this whole, and it was headed for the court. And so they came to a settlement where Chess Records got Howlin' Wolf's contract, and the other company, and I think I have it right here, it was RPM was the name of it. They got a guy named Roscoe Gordon, who was a sort of well-known singer at the time. So, I'll leave it to you to get who got the better of the deal. Well, the guys, the Chess Brothers, they were no dummies. And there's Howlin' Wolf down in Memphis. So they got a hold of him and said, look, you got to come to Chicago. And because they wanted him there where they could keep an eye on him and have more control. So he agreed because they made him a good offer. So unlike a lot of these guys who had to hitchhike or ride a freight train, Howlin' Wolf hopped into his big, it might have been a Cadillac, it was a big car, and he said he had $4,000 in his pocket because he was making a good living, which was that was a hell of a lot of money in 1950.
It's a lot today.
And off he went to Chicago, and then him and Muddy Waters basically led the way, the whole transformation of the blues into the Chicago set.
So, David, you need to come back and do just an episode about the blues, okay?
Seriously.
Would you do that?
Well, I know we had talked about that, and I had told you, sure, anytime.
Well, maybe the time is sooner. How soon is now, as the Smiths would say? Okay.
Well, I got a lot going on because of this comedy revival thing. So, maybe next month.
Because I'm going to pass the baton now because Rob Preuss is going to kick out a food jam. So you have two options, David Schultz. One is you can disappear into to that good night, or you can stick around and listen. I don't care. It's up to you. So I'm going to let Rob kick out his food jam, but you can hang out or you can disappear.
Well, unfortunately, Mike, I don't know what it is. You just got me at a very busy time.
It's a very busy man.
And I'm committed to something in about 15 minutes. I got to go.
Well, here, peace out to FOTM David Schultz.
Thanks,
You'll
David.
return.
Thank you, David.
Thanks for doing this, buddy.
You're welcome, guys. It was fun.
There you go.
So I always say, you can have toast or you can have avocado on toast. And that's like your
If you keep the toast in too long, it
avocado
burns.
because it's good for you. That's some nourishment.
I am interested to know that I did not know that the Lemon Song came from Howlin' Wolf.
So, well, like we all alluded to, a lot of Led Zeppelin songs can be traced to other influences here. But I'm going first. I just went.
Did you go?
That
was that your
me.
first song?
The Lemon Song.
Are you sure about that?
I passed the baton.
There you go.
To Rob Preuss.
Am I going now?
Of Honeymoon Suite fame. Any words before I kick out your first food jam?
No, just kick it.
There you go.
Sure, just kick it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It sounds like The Exorcist.
I was going to say, it sounds like a horror film. Yeah. Halloween, I thought,
Right, Halloween.
Sweet strawberry marshmallow butterscotch.
It's got a bit of a Simon Garfunkel feel.
Polar bear cashew Dixieland phosphate chocolate.
Hungry.
Lime tutti frutti special raspberry, leave it to me.
A lot of food references.
3 gray scotch lassie cherry smash lemon free.
Another lemon reference.
That's true.
I wanna go to Mars, where green rivers flow, and your sweet 16 is waiting for you after the show. I wanna go to Mars. You'll meet the Gold Dust Twins tonight. You'll get your heart's desire. I will meet you under the lights.
Let one more verse go by. Listen to some more
You're
words.
the boss, Bruce.
Play a few more words.
I can't say no to you. They spelled Mars wrong.
There's a reason.
Golden champagne, juicy grapefruit, lucky Monday.
Sound like holding lyrics. For
High school football,
Lorem ipsum.
hot fudge, buffalo, tulip sundae.
Scrambled eggs.
Almond caramel, frappe, pineapple root beer.
Reading the menu.
Black and white, big apple, Henry Ford, sweetheart, maple tea. I wanna go to Mars.
So this is a singer named John Grant, and this was a song that I heard live for the first time. There was a band I loved in like 2010 called Midlake. Do you know Midlake? They're from Texas.
Never heard of them.
And I had heard them somewhere, and I loved their album. They came to play in New York. This guy John Grant was the opening act. Okay. And I went with Leia actually. So we weren't even dating or anything at that point. But I had bought a ticket to the show, and she's like, "I'm going to come to the show too." She was like she was sort of following me
Wait,
around.
you weren't dating yet?
No, but we were both in Mamma Mia at the time.
Okay.
So
Well, she wanted to date you.
she was married at the time.
oh,
Whoa, wait.
Whoa!
Stop the music. Stop the rock and roll.
Yeah.
She clearly liked what she saw in her colleague Rob Preuss.
Well, we were friends forever before she was even married as well.
Just
we were
friends?
friends.
Oh. You
Just
can tell
friends.
me.
Yeah, always just
you
friends.
can tell me.
But so anyway, so she
Just say it into the microphone.
yeah no so we were at the show, and we were watching this guy John Grant doing this song,
Right.
and we were getting a little bored, and we were like, what the fuck is this song?
What is
He's
this?
just rhyming off these words. And it wasn't until I got the CD and many years later realized it's an ice cream list. It's literally a menu for ice cream.
Yeah.
So here's what he had to say about it. He said Mars. So the song is called Mars, M-A-R-Z, right? He
Thank you for saying Zed.
Yeah, thank you. I know.
You haven't been Americanized completely.
Not completely. He says, Mars was a sweet shop from my childhood. It's now empty and for sale, but I got to visit beforehand, and the woman who served me as a child was still there. They made all their own candies and ice cream. In the song, I list all the names of the sundaes. The song is about the gateway back to childhood and innocence before things have become complicated. The owner's name was Marzetti, which was shortened to Mars with a Z. Wow. The main theme of the song is a melancholic longing to return to one's favorite childhood memories.
Okay.
So
Beauty.
I had a new appreciation for the song.
Yeah.
Because it's a stupid list song.
Because otherwise you're like, what is
But I got more questions. Okay, so you go to see this artist, this musician, with your colleague, Leia.
Yeah.
Were you holding hands with Leia?
No, not at all.
There was no good
Colleagues
night kiss?
don't hold hands,
nothing.
man.
No, nothing.
Not even on the cheek.
No, because I lived in Manhattan. She lived in Queens.
So
where was the show?
It was at the Bowery Ballroom, I think. Or
That's a big venue.
Oh, yeah,
The Ramones?
So, yeah. What?
Don't the Ramones play
No, that was a CBGB.
But wasn't there? Oh, there's
Bowery is where Eddie
the district,
played
that's
last
the
time solo with the Earthlings. Yeah.
Midlake was a big band. I mean, big in the college sort of circuit at that time. So the thing was that they produced this album for John. So this was his first album that came out. They recorded it in like 2008, 2009.
Do you guys consider that your first date?
No, definitely not.
No, they're friends.
No, yeah.
You're really focusing in on this.
When you do get divorced, is this wife number 4 or 5?
Wow,
Just
when
help me
you
out
do.
here. But when you do, no, not with Leia, with the previous woman.
Oh,
Not Leia.
he's saying when.
Yeah.
But
So
he's already single. He's single.
How
She's
much
not.
time
No, I was-
elapses from separation to
years.
let's go on a real date, Leia?
Oh, you mean at that time?
Yeah.
Oh.
After you get divorced, the last time you were divorced, how much time elapses between separation and Leia, let's go on a date?
You mean for me?
Or for her.
Or for
but
her.
he's already. But
I've already been divorced for
He's already
years.
divorced
Yeah,
there
yeah.
when they're going.
Oh, I thought
yeah.
you were.
No.
I thought you were. She's
Oh,
married.
no.
She's
Yeah, she was
married.
Okay, from
Oh, no.
her. I'm sorry.
Pay attention,
I'm sorry. I'm
man.
paying attention. So I'm sorry. I'm still thinking of Howlin' Wolf over here. Okay, when
a
Leia
lot to take in.
gets separated from her
Yeah.
husband,
Yeah.
how much time elapses approximately between separation and Rob? Would you like to go out on a date with me?
Probably months. It wasn't a long time.
Did you say minutes?
Months.
You're like why are you trying
Yeah.
to dig, man?
Yeah,
Look
yeah,
at
yeah.
you.
Curious.
No,
Okay.
but definitely, but this is sort of what our life was. We always did shit together.
That's
Like
what I do, man.
You were friends, yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I went to shows with her husband and her as well. Like, so we did a lot of things
So
together.
months. That's enough time.
Yeah.
Fair.
Do you, since you're friends with her ex, do you have a courtesy call where you just let him know I'm going to ask your ex out? Is that cool? Like, not
ask
that you
her
need
out.
his blessing.
No.
but you don't have that moment.
No.
He can figure it out on his own.
Yeah. He heard the news. He heard the
I guess
news.
it depends. Like if Bob gets divorced and I get divorced, and then I
Then I end up with Monica? Or you?
I was thinking like
No, he's going to go the other way, of course.
Yeah, wait a
Right,
minute.
of course. And not that she'd ever go out with me, of course. 'cause
Yeah.
She's a very cultured woman, okay?
Yeah.
But I think I would definitely have a quick call with my buddy Bob and just say, hey, Bob, I'm sorry it didn't work out for you. And I was
But that's
gonna ask
different
her
though,
out.
because you and I were friends first.
Yeah, no,
It'd
I
be
wasn't-
one thing.
I
You weren't
wasn't
friends with
friend-
him.
No.
You were friends with her first.
Yeah.
Just asking on behalf of a certain client of mine who was produced by Bob Willette.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Ding, ding,
Oh
ding.
my God.
Okay, say something before your first food jam, Bob
It's
Willette.
the first song that came to mind.
The first is always best.
It's the first one
Yeah.
that came to mind.
That's good. My first was my first too.
Friend brought me flowers. She said they were lilacs. Never been
Shout out to
with
Brian Dunn.
plants. Next presentation, new dictionary. She circled the word romance. So enthusiastic, a little bit drastic. I shaved her name in my head. And as she beheld it, she said I misspelled it. Need more be said. These apples are delicious. As a matter of fact, they are, she said. Can all this food be free?
These Apples. It's
Love
from Bare Naked Ladies' second album, Maybe You Should Drive. It's an Ed song, 100% Ed. When you said food jams, this is the first thing that came to my head. It's called These Apples. It's clearly about breaking up with a girl or wanting a girl and not being able to get her. And there's a line where he says, "So enthusiastic, a little bit drastic." I shaved her name in my head, but I misspelled it.
Right.
He's talking, yeah, and I don't even know why these apples are delicious. She said maybe it's something. I actually don't even know the context of the line.
It's how you like them apples. How do you like these apples?
I guess, yeah.
You guys are both starting out with fruit.
Yeah.
I got ice cream. You guys are going with lemons and apples and cheese.
Yeah.
But you had a lot of things in there.
I know, but it's all ice cream. Though.
So what I found, there's not a lot. I mean, Maybe You Should Drive was considered by some as a bit of a letdown after the Gordon success. I love this album. This is the first album where Stephen is writing with Stephen Tintin Duffy, and this is the last album with both Cregan brothers. They unlike the Tragically Hip, all of the songs have individual writing credits. Like this is 100% Ed.
Really?
That's like Sting, who has full ownership of the song.
I think that's the way. I mean, those are the vocals for sure. Yeah. It's just a neat little song that I get stuck in my head all the time. It's an album cut. Nobody else really ever talks about it. I just really like it. I loved that album. 92 it comes out. It was
a good album.
It had Jane, which was the one that was a huge hit. Yeah.
Jane St. Clair.
And then Alternative Girlfriend was the other one that was kind of a hit. Also, both of those written by Stephen Page and Stephen Tintin Duffy. The two singles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, and Life in a Nutshell is another great one. That was Page and Ed. Wrote that together. I just like it. These apples are delicious. That's it.
I'm not going to read the comment that Rob Preuss put on the live
I know.
stream.
It wasn't very nice.
Without reading it, because I don't want to read it. I don't want to record it.
No.
So you felt Shea-ian vibes?
Yeah. A little bit.
Because when you have a subject matter expert on something, I think we should be educated on. Because I think we're all three ignorant.
Yeah.
I'm not in that realm. And
and on the blues, I'm totally ignorant.
I feel like that's important for us to learn as musicologists. Okay.
For sure.
And I get an expert on. I'm not going to tell him do it in 90 seconds or less, asshole.
No, definitely not. No.
I feel like you guys all want the candy and the cotton candy and the marshmallows, but sometimes you do need vegetables.
It's food related.
Right.
The vegetables are food related.
So I'm just going to say.
No, it's true. No, I was only kidding.
Okay.
Of course.
And it's different where and also if you notice, without headphones, you can't interrupt.
That's right.
So
no, of course.
I caught on very quickly. We're not going to be able to do that. Okay. Because I know Bob tried a couple of times.
But what I do find fascinating, what Dave enlightened us upon, is the thread of all the music that is related to each other. Because I never knew that
it was 94. Sorry. This was 94.
Was it 94?
Yeah, I thought it was.
I didn't know that the Lemon Song was based on the Killing Time
floor.
Yeah. I had no idea.
Well, that's why
that's super interesting.
I learned it, and then I said, I know somebody who can put some more context.
Absolutely.
And he saw Howlin' Wolf perform live.
That's really cool.
Bob
has
really
a
bonus jam.
Oh, mine is this track, which was one of my favorites from Born on a Pirate Ship, was actually recorded in the Maybe You Should Drive era. This is the Stephen Page. Break Your Heart has one of my favorite breakdowns later on in the song, but this is Stephen at his best, if you ask me.
Stephen is very talented.
He's the best. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
And
he's
as
a good
pointed
guy.
out, he's a very good guy. As pointed out in the WhatsApp FOTM group, solo sets by Steve Page right now are over half of it is Bare Naked Lady songs.
Yep. Yeah. He's not shying away from that stuff. He knows it's some of the best stuff he ever
All the stuff
written.
he sang, of course. You can't ignore it.
So this is Break Your Heart. I saw him do this at the Winter Garden Theater.
The top
The
one.
up top.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
the top part. It was a Jackson Triggs put it on, and it was a songwriter circle with Lindy Ortega, who's an amazing Canadian alt country artist. Alan Doyle of Great Big Sea.
Who's here next week.
Amazing.
Next week. I can't wait for that.
Yeah. And
he wrote a book.
And Stephen Page.
Wow.
And it was on Earth Day. Tom Power was doing so on Earth Day, they all did a set completely unplugged in that theater.
Wow.
And Stephen did this, stood out on front of the front
really
of the stage.
unplugged. Wow.
No mic, no nothing. Played the guitar.
Wow.
And
no Toronto mic
and
either.
no Toronto mic.
Wow.
Ask me what I did last night when Bob's done his sentence.
Okay.
So anyway, and there's a great line. He's like, I don't know how he does it and not hurt his vocals on this. Very anyways, it's just
great.
beautiful.
He's great.
And so this was actually recorded for the album before it came out. Didn't make the cut.
Hold on. I realized I made those tongue-in-cheek, smart-ass comments about Leia and Rob Preuss, and I see now that Leia's on the live stream.
Did she comment?
Just let me know if I'm in trouble because I was just having some fun.
Of course you are.
Well, make sure I'm not in trouble.
I'm sure you're not.
I've been known to be get myself in trouble with that.
trouble.
Okay, I want to say hello not only to Leia, who's on the live stream, but also to 1236, who I just
I
mentioned.
saw him. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mention it. In
Oh,
my name, but-
thanks to 1236 because he's the one that posted the link to the Silverstein podcast that I was been listening to this morning. Yeah.
Okay, well,
it's very interesting.
That's good. I can't believe you're cheating on me and listening to another
Just a
podcast. You
little.
can only listen to Bob's Basement.
I know.
Andy Pandy, also known Andy, the great Degrassi freakoid, is on the live stream.
Oh,
Hello
cool.
to
Hi,
Andy. Hello to J-Ho, and I mentioned Hey Ref was there. He'll be back. He was there. And of course, hello to Patio Chair. And I actually don't know who Patio Chair is, but Patio Chair should come to TMLX 21 on November 29th so we can meet Patio Chair. Also, hello to South Jersey Rick. South Jersey Rick is worth the drive to Mississauga.
South Jersey.
Yeah, South Jersey Rick. That's who I'm reading here. So,
Do you want to just quickly
Awesome.
turn up so we can hear the yelling part? It's coming up right here.
I like the yelling.
Yeah, I love this part.
greatest scream since Won't Get Fooled Again.
Just love it. I just.
My heart will be fine. Just stop wasting my time. And now I know.
That's the most screaming
song.
he's ever done. in his life.
It reminds me of Billy Vera and the Beaters.
Yeah.
You know. Oh. All right. Thank you for
At
indulging
that
me there.
moment.
Yeah. Thank you for indulging
Apparently
me.
that
There.
was
I
a
watched
high note
Family
for him.
Ties too, okay?
Yeah. Mike, what did you do last night?
Well, I wanted to share with the listenership that FOTM Sean Menard, who made the 299 Queen Street West documentary, and then I watched that documentary at Roy Thompson Hall. This is a few years ago, and it never got released. You might have been following that adventure on Toronto Mike. Well, Sean Menard made another movie since then that also got premiered at Roy Thompson Hall last night, and it's called Run, Terry, Run. And it's a documentary about Terry Fox, but you're like, I've seen 10, 15
How many?
documentaries.
How-
Right.
Yeah.
Well, some guy, he's still with us. He's 98 years old. I think his name is John Simpson or John Sampson or John. I can't remember which one it is, but it's a name like that. This gentleman had like multiple camera operators taking footage of Terry Fox's run through the Maritimes into Quebec and then, of course, into Ontario until Thunder Bay.
Wow.
And these canisters were sitting in some warehouse for like 40 years or whatever. And Sean Menard was able to get his mitts on these like 98 film canisters of this footage that nobody has seen.
That's crazy.
This documentary is full of footage you've never seen.
That's
it is
cool.
unbelievable.
Wow.
It's I just here to report. I have seen this documentary. Oh, and here's another wild thing I've never seen before because I don't think they've ever done it. But the score to this film, so this film is called Run, Terry, Run. The score was performed live by the Toronto Symphony Orchestra.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
That's amazing.
I know.
Jeez.
And I saw John Torrey with his lady friend.
I saw that picture. So when is it gonna be released online?
I don't have any further info.
Oh, you know
except
what?
that
He
this,
probably is looking for a distributor, I guess, or
well,
something.
I think the Terry Fox Foundation is behind this,
Oh,
like in
excellent.
terms of funding, and I think they have a lot of funding.
Do you have a phone charger?
Yeah, I'll get you one during the next jam.
You're not
It's your jam
go
coming
upstairs
up.
and get
Yeah.
one.
You're not in trouble, by the way.
Yeah, no.
Leia says you're
I
not in
know.
trouble. She's enjoying watching Rob squirm.
Shut up now.
Well, I have more questions on that.
And,
note.
well, and she says, and quote, minutes is the correct answer.
Come on now.
I thought it was minutes. First of all, unlike Bob, who gets married once for life, okay?
You can plug it
I
in
have
over
to
You
go
never
get-
know.
I have
There's
to go
still
get
plenty
one.
of
Oh, you
time.
do?
There's still plenty of
I know.
time.
You're not even 50 yet, right? When do you turn 50?
January.
January. Are we having a
Yeah.
party?
I'm going to do something.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
I'm doing something.
Good, good,
Maybe
good, yeah.
I'll try to organize it around your visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
How much longer are you on Broadway for?
Only till February 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to convince my wife to let me come down. This is your song?
No, you can't cross into enemy territory.
No, you
but I
can't.
want to see him.
Yeah, no.
You can see him in my
I
basement.
have a story. I forgot about my story, but
Is this yours? This is
Yeah, this
your
is mine,
second?
but it's got a long
Okay.
build up. You want to tell your story quick?
it takes a long time.
Okay.
It's a long story.
Longer than David Schultz?
Yeah. Nope.
I got to go upstairs and get you a charger.
Okay, we'll get one. I would
Listen
love that.
to this. You can talk over
Okay.
it, but listen.
No, we'll
Keep
listen.
listening. We're enjoying the silence.
It is not a radio show. Oh, I think I know this.
I can name that tune in 0 notes.
No, is this?
It's got to be food though.
No, yeah, I think is this mayonnaise? Is this
This is how
Smashing
Bob.
Pumpkins? No.
This is how Bob and Doug made their record. Sounds like Smashing Pumpkins now. I can tell by that guitar sound
As
right
soon as
away.
that goes,
yeah.
I saw at the beginning, I wasn't sure.
As soon as the guitar kicks in, you're
But
like,
again,
oh,
I don't think it's about mayonnaise. It's like a very cool song.
Remember when I played that thing, Where Are My Keys? That comedian who did the Billy Corgan, Where Are My Keys?
Yes.
Right here yesterday.
Did I ever play the one with Billy Corgan going down a roller coaster?
No.
It's like wee from 1979.
Oh no!
I'll send it to you. It's
Really?
very funny.
Oh god. Oh, you're the man.
Jeremy Hopkins said that it sounded like Creed.
Oh, that's the wrong plug.
What do you have? Oh no, you. It's an iPhone. Oh yeah, no, that won't work. He doesn't have an iPhone.
You don't have an iPhone?
No, it won't work.
I need lightning.
Yeah, I don't have one with me. That won't work. He doesn't have. It won't work. It won't work. It won't work. It's fine.
Thank you for trying, though. Thank you for playing along.
This is mayonnaise.
Yeah, I knew. I
you
got
were
it.
right.
Yeah.
He knew it. He guessed it.
It's a big Pumpkins jam.
Not a single though, was it?
No, not a single. Just a beloved Pumpkins jam.
Yeah.
So. Is that an old iPhone that needs a special charger?
No, well, lightning charger's been around.
They haven't converted over to the USB-Cs
Yeah,
yet.
I
They
think
have
the
the
next
Lightning.
generation are going
They
to,
have
right?
to,
Yeah.
because of the Euro.
Right.
Yeah.
They spelled mayonnaise wrong. This song, of course, Smashing Pumpkins, which is from Siamese Dream, my favorite Pumpkins album.
Yes.
That came out in 93, by the way. Mayonnaise, the song, has one N where there should be two N's.
Yeah.
This is produced by not just Billy Corgan, the control freak, but a guy known as Butch Vig.
Just him.
A guy known as Butch Vig.
Butch
Vig,
Vig,
yeah.
very famous
Yeah.
because of his Nevermind, for
Yeah.
example. And
Garbage. Hello.
Garbage,
Yeah.
of
Member
course,
of Garbage.
Oh my god, all kinds of, yeah.
Butch Vig's amazing.
Yep.
Butch Vig is great here. So,
I love that they regard this as a shoegaze song on Wikipedia. It's not
maybe
from
it gave birth to shoegaze. I don't know. But, probably the most beloved Pumpkin song that was never released as a single.
That's an interesting conversation.
This one, really?
Like the Pumpkins fans love mayonnaise. Okay, so you got Billy Corgan, lead vocals, guitars, bass guitar, production, mixing. He does it all. James Iha is guitars, backing vocals. Darcy Retzky on bass and backing vocals, and Jimmy Chamberlain on drums. Here's a fun fact for a big 90s band like this. It's kind of unusual that all members of Smashing Pumpkins are still alive.
That's true.
That's a fun,
not,
weird, true fact, yeah.
I think Pearl Jam, they're all alive.
Right?
Yep.
But there's not many examples of these bands where all the members are intact.
That's true.
Can I tell you a little something about a former member? The one, Melissa Oftemar.
Of course.
So Melissa Oftemar.
She's interesting.
I
So
saw her in
Canadian.
2000.
So she's she's Canadian.
Yeah.
So my wife's been hanging out with her.
Oh, she does art.
She's
yeah.
photo.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
she's
That's right.
the AGO
Right.
is doing a show of Melissa Oftemar's photography coming
Wow.
up, and it's. Laura's gotten to see some of these pictures from the 90s
Wow.
with Hole and
Yeah,
with Smashing Pumpkins.
That's so cool.
And so she's like Laura was, I was like, how was your day? She was like, oh, I was just hanging out with Melissa
That's
Oftemar
amazing.
for the day.
She lives
And-
upstate New York, like in
Yeah, she
Kingston or
does.
something, right?
Yeah, yep.
I've
She
seen
can
the
cross
cool
border.
little documentary on
So
her.
keep an ear out for that. It's going to be a pretty amazing show.
Wow.
She was taking pictures from the stage.
Yeah,
She had
that's
like
right.
a camera on that
a
she
timer.
could.
Yeah.
No, not a time. That she could use like her pedal to take pictures with.
Wow.
As a whole thing.
So I have taken a run at Melissa Oftemar.
But you might have a better chance when she
But
comes back for
I filled
this.
in a form on her website, for example. But maybe if she's got an art
you got
gallery
an in
Ontario.
now.
Yeah, you got an in now.
I'm gonna drop.
She's
Bob's,
gotta be over.
Bob's
Yeah, so that's coming.
wife's
I don't know
name.
when it's coming up. Maybe I'm not allowed to talk about it. No, I'm allowed to talk. about
Is it embargoed? I talk about
no.
all the embargoed things.
Yeah.
If you want me to talk about something,
Edit
just
it.
tell me it's embargoed.
That's right.
No, I
No
think
embargoes.
it's okay.
No embargoes.
Oh, I did want to shout out Bill Viggers, the late, great, he's an FOTM, there's a great Bill Viggers episode, but when I watched this documentary, you realize the big guy, he's got a best friend, so Terry Fox.
Oh, the guy who was with Terry.
Yeah, so
that was such a good conversation you had with him.
It's called Melissa Oftamar, My 90s Photographs, opening September 2026.
Oh, cool.
So there you go. So it is happening.
Okay. Long way off, but okay. I'll come back to this cover here, but just, okay, so here's the big principles here, okay? He had a best friend named Doug, Terry I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Terry Fox, since he was in grade 10 or something, had a best friend named Doug who goes to Newfoundland for that Marathon of Hope.
Yeah.
He's got a brother who kind of comes about a month later or so, Daryl Fox, who's only like 17, just kind of leaves high school early to kind of help out because it's a lot. They bit off a lot more than they could chew. It's just Doug and Terry doing this thing. So you got Doug, who's still with us. I saw him yesterday at the Roy Thompson
He was
Hall.
there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Daryl was there. It was good to see him. And then when they get to Ontario, because Quebec is a flop. Like they didn't give a fuck. They almost ran him over. Once they cross over the border into Ontario, now they got OPP protecting them.
Yeah.
He'd run on the highways, right? Quebec just didn't give a fuck about the Terry Fox run, right? But so then you get Bill Viggers, and Bill Viggers, of course, wasn't at Roy Thompson Hall because shout out to Ridley Funeral Home, he's no longer with us. Yeah, but he did give me a good, 60 to 90 minutes.
Did.
And
it was so
he was
good.
a key part of when it all kicks into overdrive and when Terry Fox becomes a super celebrity, which is, of course, when he gets to Toronto, really.
Yeah.
Scarborough. And then
Bill was such a cool guy.
Oh, you know who was there yesterday? Daryl Sittler.
What?
Yeah.
Because Sittler gives them the jersey, the
That's
All-Star
right.
jersey at
wow.
Nathan Phillips Square.
Wow. Does he still have a mustache?
Daryl Sittler
No.
did not have the mustache. That's Lanny McDonald.
Oh,
Lanny
thank you.
McDonald.
Why? Is that a common thing?
It is not. Daryl Sittler doesn't have a mustache.
Okay.
Lanny McDonald
You
does.
know who else had a mustache?
Freddie Mercury.
Rance Mullenix.
Rance had a
I don't know who
killer
that
mu-
is.
But he's
Guess
the
who I'm
third
talking
baseman.
to tomorrow?
Who?
Rance Mullenix?
Rance
What?
Mullenix.
No way.
Amazing. That's cool.
Tomorrow.
Is he in town?
See, it all
Like-
comes back
No,
to
he's
the
in
mustache.
California.
Oh.
Ah.
You give Rance Mullenix a Zoom call.
Well, when you're number 5,
I was
Rance
disappointed
Mullenix.
that Huxley Workman did a Zoom because you posted on our chat group.
Okay, here's how it works.
I know.
When you're a friend and Hawksley's wife wrote me an email and just said, hey, he's got a show at the Danforth Music Hall. Could he come on and chat you up and then help sell a few tickets or whatever?
Yeah.
So I literally did it because I'm a good guy.
No, I love him so much.
He's a good guest, too.
And
He's a very good talker.
He's so good. But you had made a reference to it on our chat group, and I got the impression from what you had referenced that he was actually coming in. And I thought,
that's
the
the way
cool.
you
He's
make it sound.
I know.
No, I said I actually am careful not to because I'll say in the basement usually. if
I
you're
know,
gonna be
I know, it's
Unlike
true.
Bob's basement where you're in the basement remotely.
That's right.
I mean,
What's the status of Bob's basement?
You know, I've done a couple episodes by myself now, and I was just working on getting Brandon Boyd of Incubus on because he's got an art show coming up here at 99 Yorkville.
Wow.
He's in town, and they reached out to me, and then they turned me down.
Yeah,
The
that's
PR
bullshit. If you reach out to me,
The
then you
PR
gotta-
agency reached out to me, and I said, yeah, you know what? I'll do half an hour. I just wanted half an hour. I'll do 30 minutes of my podcast, and I said, I'll play clips on my #1 rated weekend show, by the way. We'll talk about that as of December 5th, for sure. But my Saturday show is the most listened to radio show in Toronto on Saturdays.
Wow.
So,
Does that include CBC Radio 1?
everybody.
Wow.
That's a mind blow.
That is.
Yeah, it's not official yet.
It's not even a fun fact.
It's not official yet, but yeah. Basically,
I'm about ready to crack open number 2.
Okay, let me just quickly
Well,
just say that
okay,
version
Mayonnaise.
of Mayonnaise was by The Academy Is, and it was from a tribute album, a 2007.
That wasn't the
tribute
original?
album.
No.
that was the I played 2 songs.
Oh, I just thought it was that long.
The second one was The Academy
I thought it was like
Is.
Did you
drown.
provide that?
I thought it was like drown.
Yeah.
No.
Did you provide that?
Did I provide what?
Oh wait, what was the song you were just playing?
Mayonnaise. It was
my turn,
It's your-
Bruce.
I thought it was.
Get your head in the game.
Oh
Ever
my
since the
God.
minutes and the months.
Mine is over. I did.
I'm
these
still
apples.
thinking about Howlin' Wolf.
You know
Look.
what though? One day you'll say thank you for the education. I didn't realize the importance of Howlin' Wolf.
Oh, I know the importance of Howlin' Wolf.
Do you?
Yeah. Oh no, I
don't talk about him very often.
I don't need to talk about him. No, I have one Howlin' Wolf album because he released an album in '71 called the Howlin' Wolf Sessions with Eric Clapton and Bill Wyman and a couple other cool people like Stones related. And I read about this album and I was like, I need to listen to this.
Ginger Baker?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, can you please tell me any words before your second jam?
Is it me?
Yeah, it's your turn.
It's a food jam. And this was the second song that came into my head after the first song I played.
I'm gonna be around my vegetables. I'm gonna chow down my vegetables. I
Is this from Sesame Street?
Most of all, my favorite vegetable.
I gotta
Now I have to pee.
I know I had to pee before that.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this.
Big brown bag of them home. I jump up and down and hope you toss me a carrot. I'm gonna keep well my vegetables, cart off and sell my vegetables. I love you most of all, my favorite vegetable. Oh, vegetable.
Sounds good in the headphones.
Tried to kick the ball, but my tenny flew right.
Fun fact, that's Paul McCartney chewing celery.
That is a fun fact. Thank you for using that term appropriately.
So embarrassed.
Could be a mind blow.
So this is the Beach Boys, obviously.
I think it's more a fun fact than mind blow.
1966, they were recording after the success of Pet Sounds. Brian's next project was called Smile. This is the infamous Smile Sessions.
Yeah.
Speaking of Stephen Page.
Speaking of Stephen Page, that's right. He was not in bed yet. He was actually recording. So this was the version that was on the album called Smiley Smile.
Okay.
Came out in 1968, I believe. They sort of cobbled the bits and pieces together to release something.
I have all this on CD. I've never
Because-
opened it.
Am I correct that after Pet Sounds, Good Vibrations is the big hit?
Good Vibrations was
'Cause it was
recorded.
going to be for Smile.
It was going to be for Smile. They recorded it as a single, and then they released it because they were like, we got to get something out.
Yeah.
Brian was in the studio day and
Too
night
good to contain.
for like a year and a half, right, working on this shit. And it's all crazy. People are like, what's he doing? We don't know. And what exists is hours and hours of outtakes and snippets of bits and pieces. And if anybody is ever interested, there's like so many bootlegs and pieces you can hear online. So this is from Smiley Smile. The next thing I'm going to play, I discovered it's a promotional thing.
All right,
that
now look, let's
very clear.
Let's do this thing. All right, Hal.
Clear as a
Now
bell.
look, I stepped in your vegetables. I stepped in your garden. And
Okay.
And you're mad at and
Tape is rolling, right? Okay.
right.
Listen, meathead, I don't know who you think you are, but I'm giving you fair warning. You're going to get a tomato all over your puss.
Don't say puss. Do it again. You're really threatening me. Really big threat.
But don't say
You see this tomato?
Yeah.
How'd you like to get it right in your face?
I don't care. Throw it.
Don't get smart, kid.
Let me have a radish.
Take your hands off of those radishes. Those are my vegetables. How'd you
thought
like
it
to
was-
get pushed over that hill? Don't get smart with me and laugh, smart aleck punk.
Oh, wait a second, Hal. You can't be. You don't want to be mean. You want to just be. You don't want to be.
That's the idea,
No,
man.
you just
But you're
want-
taking my
no,
vegetables.
no, it's got to be more of the thing where you're not really that mad. You just put on threatening. You know what I mean?
Well, Brian, you're either mad or you ain't.
No, you can. Let's do one more. Let it roll. All right. Oh, is it all right if I take a couple of these
I
carrots?
said no. I don't want you to have them.
Let me just put them in my glove
Look, I
compartment.
spent a lot of time on the weekends growing those
I
vegetables.
haven't had anything to eat for weeks.
Would you just move on?
Why can't I have a little?
Move
bit of-
on. Get a job somewhere and buy some vegetables. Let's go home.
So Brian was recording some sort of a radio promotional thing with Hal Blaine as the drummer, who played with the Wrecking Crew. Hal played on like all the hits.
Yes, but can I just
Right.
shout out one particular? That
Sure.
opening drum from Be My Baby.
Yes, of
by
course.
Ron
Of
Nichols.
course.
Hal
So that's
Blaine.
Hal Blaine with Brian Wilson in the studio doing some goofing around thing.
That's funny.
And I thought that was cool
No,
because
it's cool.
there's all these snippets and pieces of the sessions from that whole album, but this Vegetables song, there's so many incarnations. So this next thing I
But
want
that
you to...
song Vegetables is not good, right?
It's fun. It's fun.
Well, it's
like a
fun
kid
if
song.
it's on Electric Company or something.
Sure, but that's the problem with Smile, is that the whole thing was all these snippets of fun, cool,
No, but
weird...
seriously, so when you hear Vegetables by
Yeah.
Beach Boys,
Yeah.
you say that's a great song.
Sure. I think it's really
You think
cool.
great?
I don't think it's great, but...
Am I not, all because it's Beach Boys doesn't
Yeah.
mean it's going to be a great song.
No, but I appreciate the experimentation. Play the next track. So the next one is from the sessions themselves that wasn't like the final product. This is like a work in progress kind of a thing. So you hear other things.
I'm gonna be round my vegetables. I'm gonna chop down my vegetables. I love you most of all, my favorite vegetable. If you brought a big brown bag
So McCartney in there.
I don't know if he comes in on this one yet, but the rumor was that he visited the studio and Brian was like, hey, go out there. And it's Paul doesn't confirm it, but people who were there said, yeah, he came in and like recorded like 10 seconds of chewing.
Okay, so on Toast alone, if you isolated all the Brian Wilson talk, you would probably decipher that we think he's a fucking musical genius.
Yeah.
And there's so much great Brian Wilson.
See, I think these snippets and pieces are genius as well, because they don't exist as a final form, but it's a work in progress. Where in 1966, the Beatles were going in to do Sgt. Pepper. They were just about to release Sgt. Pepper at this time.
Yeah, because they were influenced by
Pet Sounds. Right. So back and forth, these dudes fucking around in the studio. Brian didn't know what he was doing. He'd bring in an orchestra and a whole band and do these bits and pieces and guide them. And they were basically making it up as they went along.
True, but that can get you two results. It can give you Good Vibrations, one of the greatest singles in the history. Or it can give you this.
Yeah.
I'm just here to point out a statement that all because you're a musical genius doesn't mean everything you shit out is a piece of genius.
No, it's true. But you
especially when you use the term shit out.
But also,
the vegetables clean your colon.
But the process doesn't involve the term genius. The process involves I'm just shitting out everything.
How much time did you wait after I've separated from my husband, Rob, before you said, do you want to go to the movies?
Oh, we went to the movies before we were
So
even...
why'd you say months?
I like the way you're avoiding the question, though. That's really great.
How long after I've separated from my husband, Rob, did you wait before you kissed her on the lips?
Oh, that was months.
She says minutes.
No, that was not minutes.
Either you're lying or she's lying.
Well, the question was not
which one of you two is lying?
Yeah, neither of us. No, neither of us. It was months. But we knew it was coming.
So she's lying.
Because we liked each other. But it was like, you're married. We're not doing it.
Oh, I'm not saying you crossed the boundary, but once she says to you, we've separated, Rob.
Yeah.
You're not waiting months before you kiss her.
No, it was still
we're
months.
Not stupid.
No, we are. It was still months. Because she lived in Queens and I lived in New York.
Oh, that's
geography,
why.
So just phone sex.
No, not even that. I didn't have a cell phone in those days.
And you don't right now either.
For the record, you can have phone sex on a old-fashioned dial phone.
That's true. But no.
You think phone sex only came when cell phones arrived?
I don't think so.
1416976 or something.
Oh my God, that's right. Call
2000
Party lines.
Oh my God.
Party line 976. Yeah.
8585 141.
So you don't like the vegetable song? It's a goofy song.
I don't think if you're going to tell me all these examples of Brian Wilson genius, I don't think vegetables is on your list.
No, it's on my list, but it's also on the list of people who
How
like.
long is your fucking list?
It's really long, really long.
I'm not talking about your penis. I'm talking about your list.
Wow. When I first moved to New York, I went to like a record store downtown and bought this box set of Smile Sessions. It was 10 CDs. Because in 2001 you couldn't still go online and find anything.
So why do I find vegetables boring?
In 2011, they released this 5-disc set. I have that. I've never opened it.
Yeah.
That's in 11.
That was basically all the bootlegs officially released,
I've
right?
never opened it. I have it.
You have it?
Yeah. I could
you
probably...
you mean the physical version?
Yeah, I have CDs.
Bring
Not
it to
in
me.
vinyl.
Bring it to me.
I'll, you know what? You can have it if you don't want it. I'll give
I do love that shit.
But I don't have a CD player right now.
But the thing is, I love these kind of like outtakes where it's like minutes and minutes of just like screwing around the studio, because there's a final product that comes at the end, but you don't know what it is until you get there. Good Vibrations had the same journey. If you go to the Good Vibrations bootlegs, there are so many versions.
Oh, yeah, no, but that's an example where because I just recently saw the biopic on Brian Wilson, so I feel like I was there. Okay,
right.
Wasn't really there, but he could visualize, like he was he had a vision to see the fully formed, I guess the fully formed single and all these different parts, like an orchestra. He'd be a conductor. He'd play the orchestra, and then it did all come together to what I think is one of the greatest singles.
But it didn't come together like that. That's your imagination.
But
that's not true.
It does, because I've heard the single.
Well, sure, but the single,
you heard the final product.
But the single is the final product. But even the final product is not necessarily what he intended it to be, because you have to take the journey of all the experimentation.
Okay, but he took that journey as the leader. He took the journey and brought us to what eventually would result in the single.
Sure,
Good Vibrations.
Yeah. But he didn't know that was going to be the ending point. He would have loved to go. In fact, he did re-record all that music. He went back to Smiles.
I'm not here to shit on Brian Wilson, but who am I to shit on Brian Wilson?
You're really
downtown in the rain.
Shit right now.
But when you hear vegetables,
does
your brain think it is on par with Good Vibrations?
Yes.
Yeah, so
from the musical standpoint,
I find that fascinating.
Yeah.
But I'm not a musician like you.
No, I appreciate it in a strictly productive way, like as a creator.
Bob doesn't have my back on this one.
I'm kind of neutral.
He's saying that song Vegetables is on par with Good Vibrations.
In his mind, he hears it on par. Yeah.
It's on par because I listen to it as a creator.
Where is your mind?
Yeah, where's my mind?
No, I listen to it as a creator, knowing the journeys that Brian Wilson went through. Only because it's like it's legendary. The Smile sessions are legendary. Yeah. But there's hours and hours and hours of Good Vibrations and like 12 other songs.
Let's hear from Bob Willette.
No, I think so it's interesting because I think Mike is thinking very much about the final product and whether or not it is objectively or subjectively a good song.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
and
true.
so everything's subjective because it's music. Yeah. But objectively speaking, there is a way to say, you know what, Good Vibrations.
It's not the same as Vegetables.
They're not even. It's apples and oranges.
How
at
many
that point.
radio
Talk about
plays?
food.
How many radio spins in the United States of America would Vegetables get?
Nothing.
Compared to Good Vibrations?
None. Like zero practically.
But the good thing is
that's a metric we could look at to say, the people aren't demanding Vegetables.
No. But that doesn't mean. Subjectively, Rob doesn't appreciate it as much as the craft that took to build Vibrations.
Because the secret is Brian doesn't care, right? Yeah. Brian's in the studio making Vegetables.
Well,
he doesn't care.
The biopic, he seems to care a lot.
No, well, he cares about the music. Yeah, but he doesn't care if it's a hit.
He doesn't care about success.
No,
commercial success.
He's basically, like you said, he's just shitting out music nonstop, and some of it becomes a hit, some of it is experimental, and he doesn't care because he's like, I'm just.
But if you ask me or the average person on the street, you play these two songs for them. 99.99999. Yeah, Good Vibrations is a better song.
Of course.
No, they might find Rob.
No, that's not a question. That's not a question.
Rob Preuss, is Vegetables a better song than Good Vibrations?
No.
There you go. And also, it's like giving out awards for music. It's
art. It's art.
Yeah, it's like when all the nominees get up. All the nominees get up, and the winner gets up and says, "I'm so honored to be in the company of all these other nominees because we all do great art." Yeah. And it's not a contest. Yeah. There's not a contest. So Brian Wilson, it's not a contest in the art that he created in his life.
But if you're going to put on a playlist, if you're going to put on a Beach Boys playlist,
I would put Vegetables on.
Okay, fine.
If you want to empty the party room,
I don't care. Only the good people will stay around.
There you go.
I'm just saying it's not a great song. It's a great artist who produced a not particularly great song. I've never once in my life said to myself, I'd like to hear some Vegetables now.
Well, you give it a few years.
You're
going to come back to this, and you're going to think about this moment.
You know what? I do want to listen to that.
And you're going to be like, I
want to hear that fucking McCartney crunch.
Yeah, McCartney chewing celery. Come on now. It's a good guest appearance.
Bob Willette, any words before your second jam?
It's only on second jam.
I know.
Oh my god,
like 3.
This particular song came to mind. I don't think I actually included. There was a cover of it that would have been on. No, I know, but I actually none of that includes the one that I thought of first. But then I got on this deep. Just play it and we'll talk.
Oh, I like it already.
We're at a honky tonk.
Say hey, good looking.
Oh yeah.
What you got cooking?
Classic.
How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet lady, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe?
It's great too.
So, yeah, we've got Hey Good Looking by Hank Williams, released in like 42. So when I was a kid, my grandparents always had CFGM on 1320, or 1420. There's
What is it? Because I don't even know this station.
CFGM was a country station in the 80s.
I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it started off at 1430, then they put the fan there, and they moved CFGM to 1320.
Music of Your Life was 1430.
No, yeah. Well,
before that?
Yeah. Like I'm talking early 80s. Like,
okay.
And there was a country station. So my grandparents always had music on in the background.
I have the mic flash.
Yeah.
CJCL.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to wear my earring. Don't tell Morgan.
So maybe it was that. Yeah. So anyhow, CFGM are the calls. That's all I know. I don't remember the numbers. And but they would have been playing Ricky Skaggs' version of this. He had this and Country Boy, which was one of my favorite songs as a kid that he did. So interesting. When we started talking about food, I started thinking about this hit me cooking.
That's great.
I thought about his, but then I got on this doing some research on the song, and this is actually so. What happened was this is really interesting. Hank Williams was friends with Jimmy Dickens, and he was a Nashville star, right? Nashville, Memphis, but he didn't have any national hits until this. And they said he was on a plane with Minnie Pearl, and they said you need to write a hit. And 20 minutes later, he came out with this song.
Amazing.
Now, here's the thing. This song, quote, borrows heavily from, this is not from 42. This was released in 49, I think. From the 1942 Broadway musical "Something for the Boys" with Ethel Merman.
Really?
Listen to this. So this is what he borrowed from. I think is the next. This is the next mind blow. Yeah, here you go. They talk a little.
You can't get much of that anymore. You're only allowed a few pounds of that a week. What are you talking about?
Oh, maybe I got it
rationing
backwards.
turkey? Boy, look at those drumsticks.
How'd you like a kick in the teeth with one of those drumsticks?
And I'll bet
come
you
up
can
and
do
see
it.
me
How do you
sometime.
like
Yeah,
that? And this is the womanhood I'm fighting to protect.
And this is the woman.
Oh, this is from the musical. Yeah, this is a scene from the musical.
What are you doing down here in Texas?
I'm going to help the government. I'm going to try to do something for the boy.
So this is the title track. This is Ethel Merman.
Giving when all God's daddies had dreams. I was but oh so
Sorry, I had them out of order. So interesting thing about this, this was on Broadway. They did 600 performances or something of it.
One for the boys.
Never, there was no official recording of this particular one until 1985. Somebody found it.
No way.
Yeah, on like a bunch of reels from a shortwave radio broadcast they did.
Wow.
That's what this is from. Wow. So this is Ethel Merman doing something for the boys.
I'm always doing something.
So the next one now will be the song that they stole from
this show.
Yeah. This is it. He borrowed heavily from, quote,
Hey, good looking, say what's cooking.
Love it.
Do you feel like booking some fun tonight?
But this is 1943.
Yeah. This is a cover from this show.
That's super cool.
By the, what are they called? The Letterman or something? Or no? Can't remember.
Why don't we two?
So that's from the musical.
Love it.
So that, hey, the
totally
hook.
inspired it. Yeah,
Totally.
of
He
course.
stole it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took him 20 minutes to write it because he stole it.
Sportsman Quartet.
That's it.
Wow.
Hey, good looking, you've been in
That's super cool.
Now his what's his name? Hank Williams' version is a little more like it's got like entendre, right? Double entendres. So this was much cleaner.
Sure. And this is from the musical.
This is all from the musical, yeah. So I just thought it was funny he wrote it in 20 minutes because it's basically all he took the exact
first two lines
and just did it over and over again.
That's awesome though.
Now,
Today, if you did that today, some fucking lawyer would be suing somebody's
100%.
ass. Fuck that shit.
So the interesting part is this musical was written by Cole Porter.
Really?
So Cole Porter gets all the writing credits on the stuff from the musical, but that's Hank Williams' song. Hey, good looking. No Cole Porter mention at all.
That's good.
No
Cole Porter's lawyers would have been on that.
Yeah. Now they would. So
for no good reason.
There you go.
I was going to say, Sting has a co-writing credit on Money for Nothing.
That's right.
Right.
Did he get all the royalties?
But doesn't he sing on it?
Well, he sings, but he only has a co-writing because I Want My MTV is to the tune of Don't Stand So Close to Me.
Wow.
That's the only reason he has a co-writing credit.
Right. Isn't that crazy?
And Rob Preuss dropped that fact a couple of months ago.
I was actually just listening to Brothers in Arms on my vinyl out in the and really getting because they use that actually as a way to test stereos.
Oh yeah,
it's
for sure.
It was the first record to be done in a 24-track studio at Sony Records.
Is it really?
It was.
Wow.
Yeah. So then this last mind blow or fun fact. This is Ethel Merman redid this in the 70s.
Okay.
Redid the one for the boys, and you can take a listen to it. This is from the 1979 Ethel Merman disco album.
Is it on the disco album?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
this is it.
Oh my God.
And this is all from the same musical. But I didn't even know this existed.
I did.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
This is amazing.
Rob was listening to this in his car ride.
I sure
here
was.
from, Queens.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say I didn't know. I did know it. I didn't know it was Ethel Merman, and I didn't know it was from the musical.
Oh my God.
I mean, I actually knew it was Ethel Merman. I worked for the gay radio station for a long time, so I had to.
Did you ever play Ethel Merman?
Yeah, we played. Yeah, for sure. On Sunday mornings, for sure.
Amazing.
Here it comes.
You know who does an imitation of Ethel Merman?
Everybody?
Yeah, but Fred Patterson.
Oh, yes, he does. Yeah. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Oh, everything's coming up.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So.
I thought your mind blow would be, are you ready for some football?
No, Hank Williams, it's junior, senior. The third is out now too, right? Hank Williams the third is a country artist.
Oh yeah,
now
J
too.
Ho's mentioning that the third is a country singer now too.
Yeah. So there you go.
That's amazing.
Going all the way back to Hey Good Looking, what you got
Prickly
cooking?
on SCTV.
Yes, that's
right.
In this,
So we took some steps from Hey Good Looking to What You Got Cooking to a disco album in 1979 there.
Hey, what did you
that
think
was a
of
deep
this
dive.
Hamilton beer from
digging it.
Fairweather?
Oh, I loved my
really enjoyed
I
this.
love my Pilsner. It was
The Feast
excellent.
beer was good too.
Somebody online said that they make good beer. They know, or somebody
It's,
on the
Mike,
on the,
I think it was Tobias Vaughn.
They have nice labels too. Like it's good packaging.
Maybe during the next song, I'll find out the name of the woman who I spent such lovely time with, because she was very lovely and she works at Fairweather.
So does that
made the
count?
drive
Hey Good
from
Looking, What You
Hamilton.
Got Cooking? Is that a good food jam?
I think it's a great food jam,
right.
and I feel like it's a little related to Lemon and Howlin' Wolf because it's like old school.
Yeah,
like
very-
I
very-
appreciate
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, I have David Schultz here to tell us more about Ethel
Here he
Merman.
comes. More about Ethel Merman. Deep dive.
I really like David Schultz. I just want
He's
to
a
go
cool
and
guy.
I would say his Kick Out the Jams episode
I gotta listen to it.
will make you cry.
Yeah. Wow. I gotta listen to it.
I think I'm trying to think of all the real tears that were shed in this studio. That might be of all the episodes of Toronto Mike, there's a moment in the Kick Out the Jams from David Schultz, which I think is the most real, emotional tear moment in the history of this podcast.
Seriously, you've had a lot of them though.
I'm telling you my thoughts on this, Mr. Preuss, okay?
Wow.
There's a moment where he kicks out a jam and he tells a story about how that jam relates to him and why.
Wow.
And that, I think, in the history of this podcast, is the most heartfelt, emotional moment.
I'm going to listen to that tomorrow.
Well, let's all listen right now together. Here we go. Okay.
Here we go.
So, good job, Bob Willette. One last jam from me. This will be quick. We're kicking out our food jams here.
Ah, yeah. Nice. I know this one.
Thinks a ghost. She'll make you breakfast. She'll make you toast. But she don't use butter. And she don't use cheese. She don't use jelly or any of these. She uses Vaseline. 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 I know a guy who goes to shows when he's at home and he blows his nose. He don't use tissues or a sleeve. He don't use napkins or any of these. He uses
This, Rob Preuss, because I know you're not familiar with this song.
I feel like
you
I'm-
weren't watching much music in the early 90s? Or
I was
guess-
watching a little bit.
Okay, well, it is The Flaming Lips.
This is the Flaming Lips. Oh, that's a surprise to me. That's amazing. I feel like it felt vaguely familiar. Okay. It's Wayne Coyne. I thought so.
She Don't Use Jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From 1993's Transmissions from the Satellite Heart.
Yeah, but is that food related?
No, because song's called.
What do you think jelly is? Like it's like.
Well,
she
and
don't-
tangerine is like she uses. She uses.
she don't use jelly on
Yeah.
her toast.
And jelly.
She uses Vaseline.
She uses
actually, if I'm
Vaseline,
not
and then there's also something about tangerine. Is there?
It's more foodie than most of your jams, Preuss.
No, his are the most food.
Vegetables.
They're just lists
Oh,
of
yeah.
food so far.
That's right. List of ice cream, list of vegetables.
No, listen. I will put it up against the tribunal that she don't use jelly.
No, I
as
give
a
you
food
this
jam.
for a
Thank
food
you.
jam.
It's not jam, it's jelly. Okay. The Flaming Lips, and this is
It's a
the
great song.
biggest hit of their career.
So what? No way.
And you might have seen it featured on Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where I heard it. Okay. I used to watch Beavis and Butthead.
I still watch Beavis.
Oh my
and
God,
I love
so
Beavis
fun.
and Butthead.
I like Beavis.
Mike
and
Judge
Butthead.
love him.
Oh yeah. Office Space.
But when did you start watching them? In the 90s?
When it was on Much Music.
Was it on Much Music?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Really? It's
a
funny.
lot of those MTV shows were picked up by Much.
Yeah. My memory of watching Beavis and Butthead, which is weird, when my parents lived in Germany in the 1990s, I'd go over there and they had MTV Europe on, and I would watch it over there.
No, we got Beavis and Butthead on our Much Music.
That's amazing.
Here in the T dot.
That's cool.
Here's a fun fact. This band played two fantastic places I'll tell you about right now. One is, much like the Bare Naked Ladies, which we heard earlier in the program, this band, the Flaming Lips, played the Peach Pit.
They did.
Yeah. They played the Peach Pit, which, for those who don't know, that was the fictional venue / diner.
Yeah.
90210.
Shout out to Kathleen Robertson.
Oh my God. A beloved Hamiltonian
Yeah, and
FOTMs. Okay. Afterwards, I got to tell you a fun fact.
You got to get Jason Priestley on.
I've had him on.
Oh, you have had him on. That's right. Never, as I said that.
And now shout out to, we mentioned him earlier, but shout out to Gare Joyce, who wrote the book that Private Eyes? Is that what it's called? Yeah. Private Eyes is based on.
They're watching you.
Right, okay, well, now get back to you. They wrote that song we played earlier. Okay. One more fun fact. I had the gentleman who created Sarstock on this program, Jerry Grafstein. He also created City TV and YTV and Omni.
Oh, right.
Jerry Grafstein, who created Sarstock, will tell you that the Flaming Lips played Sarstock.
Yes, I have heard that as well.
Yeah, that's a fact. It's a fact.
What time did they go on? Like 11 a.m.?
Earlier, yeah. It
Wow.
was still bright outside. Okay, 'cause they weren't going to go after the AC/DC there. Okay. But here's a song. I'm not a mind blow or anything for those who are following along at home, but one of my favorite songs of all time is a Flaming Lips song.
It's the best song ever.
Of course.
This song makes me cry.
I know.
It's a Ridley Funeral Home song.
Love it so much.
And I was going to close the show with this, but I'm not closing.
Our show today?
But I'm not closing.
Here's another closing.
That you have the most beautiful face. Do you realize we're floating in space? Do you?
So Preuss is not here. I can tell you, Preuss's wife is sharing that they saw the Flaming Lips live.
Oh.
And he still didn't recognize that song.
While they were dating or while they were friends, quote unquote?
I don't have this. I'm just speculating that this seeing them live was probably while she was married to somebody else. You know, Preuss is an animal, right? Like, he's just, ever since the spoons broke, Preuss has been, like, crushed on.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean,
desired, like passionately pursued, whether you're available or not. It's like magnetism.
Well, he's a lovely man.
Well, he's a freak in the sheets, is what I'm hearing.
Wow.
Here. Oh my goodness, guys. She says they were dating. Okay. All right. Andy saw the Flaming Lips open for Tool.
Ooh.
Back in the night. That's a very, very strange live music combo, actually. Tool and Flaming Lips.
Well, they're both.
These guys are kind of artistic and.
Yeah, but both loud in a way. Like, I can see it. They're both kind of alty, like in their own ways.
Okay, they're alty in very different ways, though. Like, one is very artsy, and the other is very hard.
You don't think that the Tool's artsy?
Well, it's
I
sort
think
of
they're
like
artsy.
Rush is artsy. I don't know. It's like.
Well, I don't know. I don't get
feel
Rush,
like
so.
Tool is like the Rush of modern times. Am I out to lunch?
Oh, I don't make that. I actually like Tool, so I don't know.
Where's my musicologist when I need him? Get it? He's having a long whiz in there. Okay.
Oh.
I do have another little bonus.
That's really cool. I love that. That song is beautiful.
Agreed. We agree on that one.
When we did Beautiful Jams, that could have been one.
Yeah.
For sure. Sounds like America so far.
Do you realize?
Oh. Willie? Yeah. With his sons? I know, just a little.
That you have the most beautiful face.
I can still hear you when I'm not in the room.
Do you realize?
And now I'm in trouble because she said, "Watch it, Mike."
She's out to lunch. I mean, she's having lunch with
We're
friends.
floating in space.
Are you familiar with the song "Do You Realize," Rob Preuss?
Absolutely familiar. I love it. It's one of my favorites.
So this is a cover by Willie Nelson.
Oh, yeah.
It's from a fairly recent album, really. It's from late 2024. It's called "Last Leaf on the Tree," and it's basically a wild album when you listen to it. It's Willie Nelson who's kind of facing off against
death,
imminent death. I mean, nobody lives forever.
He's still alive, right?
He's still alive.
He is. He's still kicking. Trigger is too.
And you got a lot of like what I would call great Ridley Funeral Home songs. Like you got Warren Zevon.
Oh, it's all
Tom Waits, Neil Young, Beck. These kind of great songs that make you contemplate it all.
Well, but everybody's going to die eventually, right? Do you realize?
Yes, everyone's going to die eventually. All three of us will die.
But
we're all three banking on it being decades from now.
Yeah, but don't bank on it because you don't even, nobody knows, right? But don't live your life waiting to die is the secret.
So you're saying I shouldn't have gone on a 30K bike ride in that snowstorm?
No, it's good to live your life adventurously, of course.
I'm sorry, I have to take this call. The guy's coming to fix my dishwasher.
Yeah, for God's sake. It's okay. Because we'll let Rob goes next. Anyway,
I go next anyway.
So
You're
Rob,
gonna miss my song.
Do you want to wait a bit or do you want to go?
We can wait.
He's gonna get a time.
You can ask me any more questions you want.
He's got a broken dishwasher. He's got such a homeowner domestic issue.
It's what it is. He said he feels like he's living over a burial ground or something.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're peeling back the curtain. Your favorite DJ on Indie 88 also has a broken dishwasher.
It's true. Everybody gets them once.
Yeah, he rocks out on the weekends on Indie 88, but during the weekdays he's got broken dishwashers.
Fixing a dishwasher. That's right.
He's got his kids in art school, paying tribute to the brave soldiers who
that was great.
gave their lives.
Thank
for
you
our
very
freedom.
much. I apologize for taking a call.
No, you got to do what you got to do.
Any words before your final jam?
My
Rob
final
Preuss?
jam? No, this was the third song that came into my head, so really just in this order.
Can Willie take us home on this? Okay, let Willie take us home.
There he goes.
Do you realize that you have the most beautiful face? Do you realize?
You know I love that organic cooking. I always ask for more. And they call me Mr. Natural on down to the health food store. I only eat good sea salt. White sugar don't touch my lips. And my friends is always begging me to take them on macrobiotic trips. Yes, they are. Oh, but night I take out my strong box that I keep under lock and key. And I take it off to my closet where nobody else can see. I open that door so slowly, take a peek up north and south. Then I pull out a Hostess Twinkie and I pop it in my mouth. Yeah, in the daytime I'm Mr. Natural, just as healthy as I can be. But at night I'm a junk food junkie. Good Lord, have pity on me. Well, at lunchtime, you can always find me at the Whole Earth Vitamin Bar. Just sucking on my plain
he wants to
white
talk.
He wants it back up.
my hand-thrown pottery jar. And sipping a little hand-pressed cider with a carrot stick for dessert. And wiping my face in a natural way on the sleeve of my peasant shirt. Oh, yeah. Ah, but when that clock strikes midnight and I'm all by myself, I work at combination on my secret hideaway shelf. And I pull out some Fritos corn chips, Dr. Pepper, and an old moon pie. Then I sit back in glorious expectation of a genuine junk food high. In the daytime, I'm Mr. Natural.
Who is this, Rob?
This is a guy named Larry Gross.
Any relation to Peter?
Not at all. Groce.
Oh. Do you know what my son said the other day?
Nope.
I'm Peter Gross and my feet are gross.
Oh, nice. Funny. You figured that out. That combination of words. It works good. No, Larry Gross.
He was proud of himself.
This was a hit on the radio. Top 40 hit in Canada in 1975. It was a top 10 hit in America.
1975, and talking about organic food.
Well, that's the thing.
And I think very much ahead of the time.
It was very on the nose at the time because health food was starting to become a thing. People were talking about grape nuts, flakes, and granolas and things.
Wow.
And so he had this. It was like a novelty song.
Granola.
Junk Food Junkie. It was
I just
very
wanted
funny.
on the public record. I love granola.
I had granola
and I
for
like
breakfast.
some plain, the Greek yogurt with blueberries and granola.
Yeah. Can't beat it.
I had it this morning.
Can't beat it. I had granola and yogurt this morning too. This guy.
I don't eat granola.
This guy
You guys
became
are weird.
No, I know. This guy became like an NPR radio DJ for many years. He's still alive.
What's his
What's
first
the
name
song
again?
called?
It's called Junk Food Junkie.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
But what is it again? What Gross? Because there's another
Larry
famous
Gross.
NPR host named Gross, right?
Mary Gross, I believe. But his is Groce.
Number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Come on now. I loved this song when I was 9.
Groce.
Like grocer without an R.
And it went to number 31 in Canada.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
I loved it. I never owned it, but I loved when it came on the radio because it was so goofy.
A natural diet.
So apparently he's really been well known for many
It's not
decades.
Mary Gross, it's Terry Gross.
I was close. Come on now. I'm so close.
I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
It
but
sure
he's
sounds
American.
close.
He would know.
It sure sounds close.
No, this song is Larry Gross.
No,
Gross.
the
Terry
NPR,
Gross. I'm Terry Gross. This is NPR.
The journalist.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Fresh Air, I think.
Fresh Air. That's right.
Mackenzie Phillips performed it once on the Jackson's Variety Show.
That's right. That's
in
what Wikipedia says.
1976.
See, I lived
Do you
it.
believe that?
Yeah, I do believe it. I think I might have seen it even.
I'm just I'm
One
reading
day
it.
at a time.
One day at a time.
Wow.
Exactly. And he's apparently recorded, and I found it on Spotify. He's recorded for decades now all these Disney songs. So kids know him as a Disney. He like sings folk songs.
I saw
and
this.
stuff.
Yes. Wow.
Hey.
Super fun.
Kind of like what? Yeah.
Now, did you say he was Canadian?
No.
No. Okay, good. I was going to say I don't think he is.
Not
No, he's American.
Canadian. He's American.
From Dallas.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, Preuss, well done.
Thank you.
I didn't know any of your 3.
I'm so glad.
Your 3 were all just lists of food.
I know.
You
I
really
didn't
went
think about it.
hardcore
Also,
on
sit
food.
here, even though that went top 10.
Yeah.
That's
it hasn't been played since the 70s.
Is it better
No.
than Vegetables Beach Boys?
It's not on Boom, okay?
Is it better than Beach Boys Vegetables though?
But Vegetables I know of only because I've been fascinated by that band. But the your 3 songs are fairly obscure for if you were
Thank
just
you.
like a radio
No,
listener.
not to me. See, this is the beauty of life. Those songs have deep meaning to me.
Yeah.
Without being obscure.
well,
It is beautiful.
They have deep meaning to you,
Yeah.
even though they don't have deep lyrics.
Yeah, no, they're just lists of food and songs
Yeah.
and ice cream and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
All right, I'm
Interesting.
gonna because I need to play this song by Bob Willette so I can go to the
The little
washroom,
boys' room.
Okay,
Do
the
it.
boys' room. Okay, so you ready?
Yeah, do it.
Go. Hit it.
Yeah. Hey yo, man. Ain't nothing like a nice bowl of cornflakes in the morning to smooth you out. Milky. Cereal.
Baby.
Milky. Cereal. Milky. Cereal.
Baby.
Milky. Cereal. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the baddest female of them all? It was Frosted Flake. She loved your bowl, and although her skin was white, she had a lot of soul. Rich female, very debonair, driving her Rolls with rollers in her hair. We was hanging out, pumping the stereo. She took me to a club. I think the name was Cheerios. She walked like she was jumping a hurdle. I was happy as a kid that just saw Mutant Ninja Turtles. A guy walked over, said your earrings cute. I said I'm wearing an earring, but it ain't no Fruit Loop. Me and Frosted went to get a drink, but she ordered something bugged and I ain't know what to think. She ordered potassium and calcium, carbohydrate, scotch with sodium. She took me to a crib, threw me on the couch. I woke up the next morning with a spoon in my mouth. She's milky, cereal,
baby.
Milky,
Cereal. Milky. Cereal, baby.
milky, cereal, milky,
Cereal.
Baby.
Milky.
cereal.
This is
Grandmaster Flash?
Just a bit of an obscure one as well.
Love it.
It is not Grandmaster Flash. It is LL Cool J. And it is
Ladies
from
love Cool J.
Ladies Love Cool J, and it is
James.
from it is from the Mama Said Knock You Out album. It was a huge album in 1992, I believe it was, and that was the song right after Mama Said Knock You Out.
Funny.
That's
cool.
it's number. I think number 8 was Mama Said Knock You Out. This was number 9, or
Wow.
or 7 and 8, and it's called Milky Cereal. It's basically a song where it's an entire innuendo where he uses different types of cereal to describe women, different types
love
of
it.
women. And
That's super creative too.
it's
Like-
not, and he some really kind of inappropriate stuff. He goes like, "I may wear an earring, but I ain't no Fruit Loop," is one of the lines. So
Yeah.
at the time in
Be glad he said
1992,
Fruit Loop.
yeah, well, it's Fruit Loop. You know,
Yeah.
at the time that was considered
90s
it
things,
was fine.
right?
91, 92, yeah. So.
Remember the days when it's like if you wore an earring on one side.
Oh, yeah, if you wore right earring, you were gay.
Yeah.
If you wore
100%,
yeah. Yeah.
It's literally, yeah, of course.
That's what it was. Yeah, you wore left, you're straight. If you wore it on your right ear
It was a
only,
signal. That's
yeah.
right. It was
And
a
then at a
signal.
certain point, guys started wearing earrings in both ears. Like
That's right.
I wear an earring in both
Exactly.
ears. So
Yep.
anyhow,
Right.
yeah. So there you go. That was actually the fourth that came to mind for me. But the third, I couldn't figure out what. I'll get my mind blown in a second. I wanted to do, and you would appreciate this, the Last Supper from Jesus Christ Superstar. You know, like this bread could be my body.
Yeah.
That's
deep.
Yeah, and it's a long
Save
one.
it
and-
for Easter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. But so this came on, and then there you go. You know what? This album was one of my favorite albums. This is actually an idea.
Does this album have I'm a jingling baby. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah. It has Around the Way Girl and Jiggling Baby
one.
and Boomin' System were the big songs from that. So I actually have an idea for the next incarnation of my podcast where I want to take CDs or albums from certain points of my life that I loved. Like I knew from beginning to end, and like I knew and now listen to them again, just clips and go like, what did I love about this? This is cringy now, that kind of thing. I think I because I'm thinking of things like MC Hammer's Please Hammer Don't Hurt 'Em, Color Me Bad, CMB, and when I was
Belle
14,
Biv
I'm proud of that. I listened to it just the other day actually.
Okay, good.
It's not good though. Anyway,
it's fun though. It's fun.
So this is 92, and then a much LL Cool J goes in between. Like he was cool at one point, and then he was too cheesy, and then he was but LL
He's
is
very cheesy now, but he was absolutely
one of the pioneers.
Back in the day with I'm Bad and all that stuff.
Going back and he's all but
pre-Public Enemy, Def Jam.
Yes, exactly.
That's right.
I'm in love. He goes back and forth, but he's a true pioneer. So let's go fast forward to 1995, and a band that's never not considered one of the coolest in hip hop history is Wu-Tang.
Yep.
The Wu-Tang Clan, Wu-Tang's for the kids. They release Ice Cream. And listen to this. It's Raekwon.
Watch these rap niggas get all up in your guts. French vanilla butter pecan chocolate deluxe. Even caramel sundaes.
This is like my song, Mars.
Yes.
Ice Cream Jam.
Except for he's using it to talk very dirty about women.
Summertime, fine jury dripping. Seen you on pickings with a bunch of chickens, how you clicking? I kept shooting strong notes as we got close. She rock rope, honey throat smelling like impulse. Your whole shell, baby's wicked like Nimrod. Caught me like a freshwater straw, or may I not be God? Attitude is very rude, boo. Crabby like seafood. It turns me on like Vine, see you all rude. They call me Starkey Love One. Check the strategy by any means.
You know we forgot? Well, it's not too late. We haven't stopped recording. Weren't we going to unveil the new closing theme to Toronto Mike today?
Well, the show's not over yet.
But weren't we going to play it and react to it before we play it for the close?
Well, we could do that.
Okay, so let Bob wrap up. I find Ice Cream far cooler than Milky cereal.
This was a single. This has a video.
This is inspired by it or related?
This is totally inspired by Milky cereal. I would think.
I think so too.
So that's it. That's all. Yeah, I just want. Yeah, those are my. The Milky cereal is actually quite funny.
Jams. So who picked Food Jams? You, Rob?
I picked Food Jams.
So there's such a wealth of material.
I was a little nervous when I first laid it out, but I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
And I was surprised how quickly I thought of them, and I'm glad you did.
Van Halen has a big ice cream jam.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big food jam.
Oh, that's it. Are we done? Did you do all three of yours now? Oh, that's right.
I went first.
Right.
Yeah. Thanks to David Schultz
there you go.
on the Zoom there.
Yeah.
Thanks to David Schultz for educating us on Howlin' Wolf.
The history of Howlin' Wolf and the connections.
No killing floor, no lemon.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to play this now. This is a big moment in Toronto history.
Are we going to wrap up, or are we going to play it and then talk about it and then wrap up
Well, I
more?
guess there's a lot. Like, I'll start it now while we talk what we're going to do, because this is all the same, right? Like, you're the composer. You're not the composer.
The creator.
You're the
creator.
No, there's another term. Orchestrator?
Arranger.
Arranger.
You're the arranger. Thank you.
So this part sounds the same, right? It's not exactly the same, but it's basically the same.
Let me hear it. This sounds the same to me.
Yeah, no, it is basically the same. I've added a little keyboard at like halfway
I can
through.
hear a little bit, yeah.
There's only a little.
That's what I'm looking for. You speak to what would be different or why you kept it. So this is a cover of Lowest of the Lows, Rosie and Gray from Shakespeare My Butt in 1991.
Yeah, and I wanted to keep this part the same so you know what you're dealing with when you got a guest and you're like, here's my play out.
Have you noticed I've been starting it earlier to talk over it and try to...
I love it. So you get the whole time
going. Thank you for noticing.
So this part will give you the same amount of time to keep talking and blah, blah, blahing. And
that's Bismarcky, the blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. And the new section comes exactly where the old one was.
Right.
And then there's a little... You'll figure it out.
The Biz versus the Nuge is on Check Your Head.
I don't know any of those words you just said.
I love it. That's awesome.
The Biz versus
Even
the
though you've
Nuge.
seen the sticker 100 times, check your head.
I see.
You don't speak Beastie Boys and you're from Queens?
I love Paul's Boutique, but that's it. Just Paul's Boutique. That's all I got.
That's it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a cool album.
It's my favorite album of all time.
Well, that's the Critical Darling, but I still love the Check Your Head.
Oh, there's one little... Listen right here. That was a little different right there. I
So what's different?
Well, I added a little organ actually right in there to like sort of connect the sections together a little bit more.
Enough about
You
your
didn't
organ.
notice it,
okay?
I know, but you wouldn't have noticed that part. But when we get to the end, you'll hear. We'll stop for that.
Okay, so it's the same length of time because
Yep.
I'm used to it now,
Yep,
so
yep.
thank you. And at some point in the previous version, you
Yep.
had Easter eggs.
Yeah. New Easter eggs is what's
So-
coming.
This is what we're waiting
Are
for.
any
Yeah.
Easter eggs repeated or are they all
None.
new?
Oh,
my God, I'm
okay.
excited.
That's-
I haven't listened. I need to
I was
declare
almost going to repeat one of them, and then at the end of my journey, I was like,
romantic
no.
traffic?
At the end of the none of the. Oh, there's a new Spoons little Easter egg in there too, though.
that. So don't spoil it.
Okay.
Okay.
Huh.
So I have not heard this. Just
No,
tell me
it's
when
not coming
it's
yet.
Not
You
yet.
got lots of
Okay.
time.
Okay. So let me thank you guys
Because you got
for
another whole verse, right?
doing this. I'm going to pick the topic for next month now.
Is it your turn?
I don't know.
I think it's my turn.
I think it might be Bob's turn.
It's actually my turn.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead, Bob.
Well, no. Do you have something in mind?
I thought, why not give the people what they want, which is festive jams?
Oh, okay.
Like because we did that
'Cause it's
with
December.
the previous incarnation of Toast.
Yeah, we've done festive jams too. Us.
We have.
Have we?
Yeah,
Wait,
we've done.
The ending is coming up.
Okay, let's listen. Yeah,
It's
we
getting
have.
close.
We've done
Well, it's
something.
Bob's turn anyway. He can pick.
No.
You can
Hang
think
on.
about it while we listen.
Yeah,
Then we'll
let's
come
listen.
back and talk again.
Yeah.
If we did do it, we just can't repeat
Yeah, we'll have to look back.
new festive jams.
Okay.
Our favorite though,
Hey,
not ones that Rob just discovered. Don't
Get
worry,
ready.
I know what I'm doing over
I
here.
know you do. You're being a pro. Get ready. It's all new. Are you excited?
Listen
Here
up,
comes.
everybody, but we can react in real time.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not the ending. Oh, subdivisions. Very good. I was hoping subdivisions would be in there.
Subdivisions. Ah, yes.
Mr. Jessup. Degrassi.
Oh, nice.
Actually, I don't know it. So far, I love it so far. I love it. This is for Andy. That's a Zit Remedy, I should point out. That's Zit Remedy.
Spoons?
Black Cars.
no, it was Black
That's
Cars. Yeah.
Chino. You did a great job, Rob. Polka dot door.
Polka dot door.
Everybody. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, look, he's excited. I love
What a
it.
good job, Rob. And now you come out. Okay.
Nice.
And then you got it in.
Everybody, hold on.
And then it ends like normal.
Lovely.
Oh, but listen, the end. Wait. Did you hear that? There's a little bit of
Dun, dun.
Canada.
I did
Yeah.
hear a little bit
Nice.
of that.
little
Like a
Canada.
little.
So I've already
little stinger
loaded
at
that
the end.
version into the soundboard.
Have
See,
you?
that version, I played it off there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of an episode, I don't play it off here. I play it off
Yeah,
here.
yeah. You press the button. Is
So
it in
it's
the
already
button
loaded up. Now I'm going to play it as we say
As if
goodbye.
are we saying goodbye now?
That's it.
Okay.
We were over 2
How long
hours.
do
I
you
love
wanna
you
go?
guys. It was
We're
great.
over 2 hours, aren't
Yeah,
we?
this was
Do
fun.
we? So who's picking the topic for December?
If you want to do that, we could do that. January is my birthday anyway, so I can pick the January one. I have one. You guys aren't going to like it, so.
Birthday jam.
Are we gonna like it in December or
so
January?
why don't we just say I'm now
festives.
saying for December
Festive.
your 3 favorite festive jams.
All right.
So December
we got to go
winter
back and look
holiday.
because I think we've done
We've
this.
done it before.
Don't
for sure.
repeat yourself, so you can't just
Yeah.
keep picking
Okay.
up
Okay.
the Pogues,
Yeah.
for example.
It's fun
right?
to have something new.
Sure. We
Right.
can do that.
And then for January, Bob's 50th birthday month,
Yeah.
Bob will pick the topic.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
why don't you announce it now?
I want to do metal.
Like heavy metal.
Just metal. That's
metal.
the theme. Metal. Do what you want with it. Do what you want
I
with
got
it.
one right off the top of my head.
Metal. When I say
Iron
metal.
Butterfly, is that a metal?
Yeah, well,
I know.
but if you kicked it out before, we can't, right? So
Okay, so now we
So,
have topics.
metal.
Do we have any sense of when in December we can record?
No, but
No.
Why don't you come here for TML? No, I
I
guess
wish
that's
I
in
could.
late November
I know.
anyway.
yeah. No, we'll have to. Well, that we
it'll
have to work
probably
on.
be another Tuesday again.
Yeah,
but
because that's easy for you.
It's
Yeah,
easiest
yeah,
for
yeah.
me. Yeah.
I may be doing some actual weekday shifts. Hopefully by then.
Nice.
We'll see.
So we'll be back in December for another episode of Toast.
That was fun, boys. Thank you.
Yes, this was good.
I'm hungry now.
November 21st, the Nash the Slash film is premiering in Toronto and Calgary, by the way. That I did the music for.
Which venue?
I don't know. You got to look online
The
for it.
Royal? I'm at Biff Naked's documentary premiere tomorrow.
She was just
Really?
on Indy 88 with Lana.
She's doing a lot of press for her
Yeah, she is.
documentary.
This is my amount of press for the Nash film, even though I composed the music for it. But yeah, it's should have.
She's straight edge. She can't have the lasagna or the beer.
What? Really?
Well, straight edge
coffee.
people can eat lasagna. It's just
I
vegans
don't-
can't.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Straight
straight
edge.
edge people are vegan.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
No.
Google it.
You could be straight edge and not
I
be
don't even know
vegan.
what
Then you're
I don't
not
even know what you
straight-
mean.
Straight edge is no booze, no alcohol.
And no coffee.
No.
There's no promiscuous sex.
What?
It's more than just beer and
Straight edge. I don't know what this
There's
means.
another
With drugs.
conversation to have.
Yeah.
Google it quickly because I got to hit this new post.
The post comes at the same time.
And you can come in. And that brings us to the end of our 1,796th show.
Well, if someone, it began with alcohol, tobacco, recreational drugs, and promiscuous sex. Some also do caffeine and vegan.
Okay, well, Biff does that.
Yeah, well,
She's vegan and no caffeine.
Yeah, straight edge. It was a hardcore. It was a punk thing.
In other words, she's boring.
Here comes your new endings. Once
Go
again,
to TorontoMike.com for all your Toronto Mike needs, and much love to all who made it possible. That's Retro Festive, Great Lakes Brewery, Palma Pasta, Nick Ianni's Kindling, RecycleMyElectronics.ca, Blue Sky Agency, and Ridley Funeral Home. I love it.
Who's saying subdivisions?
Mark Daly.
You.
What was that? Wait a minute.
You took it.
Is it? That's me saying subdivisions?
It is.
I didn't know that.
Off your Retro Ontario chat, I took it.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah.
There you go.
See you all tomorrow. You know who's in the basement tomorrow?
Who?
Both. Oh, I love it. Black Cars. Both Mike Stafford and Supriya Dwivedi.
Oh.
Both sitting down here tomorrow morning.
Wow.
Wow, that's the one who sent the email.
Live streaming?
We'll talk about that.
You don't know who that is? That's the 640 morning show before before Mike was fired and Supriya quit.
Right.
See you all tomorrow. That's
Bye.
a big one.
There you go.
Yeah, that's